on San Diego's #1 sports talk station, 97.3 The Fan. Gwynn and Chris program for you here this afternoon. Rolling towards a little Padre baseball tonight. Padres Cardinals will have game 2 of their 4-game series. Tony Gwynn Jr., of course, is out at Petco Park. He and Jesse will have the call. And myself, Chris Ello, and this guy over here, Matt Skraby, in the Odyssey Palace studios. And we're looking forward to a good one today. Miguel Andujar, the Padres' designated hitter, first baseman. I believe he's still leading the team in hitting. He's at 305. He will make his first appearance on Friar Friday. He will join us here in a little while, about 35 minutes or so. We'll hear from Miguel Andujar. And, of course, the rest of our Friday stuff, including a countdown today that will honor the people who do what we do, but they do it a whole lot better than we do. Our top 5 favorite sports talk show and TV sports personalities. That's coming up a little later in the program. Tony, we were all not eligible for our own category. Otherwise, I certainly would have put you in there, along with Jesse Agler. How are you, sir, on this fine day? Did we all? I want to say, first of all, congratulations to me. I got into Petco Park last night. I got my 1 Mason Miller bobblehead doll, and I got back to my car safely without any issues.
I was sent. Sorry, go ahead.
Did you hear any issues?
I didn't hear about any fights, but I was sent multiple pictures of those people looking like Santa Claus with a huge sack full of Mason Miller bobbleheads. And a few people told me their stories about what happened at the game, which is someone walked up to them and said, "Hey, I'll give you $10 for that bobblehead," and then they take them and then they sell them. Some already have posts up before the bobbleheads are even available so that people can purchase them before they come out.
Well, it is the American way.
Just go to the game.
Capitalism.
Just go to the game.
Capitalism rules, Skraby. You go and make as much money as you can, right?
Way.
Yeah.
Isn't it also
really
like bobbleheads? Like the whole thing of a giveaway is to like go to the game and remember the game that you got the bobblehead. You would kind of, it's like getting a bobblehead.
Wait, what? You talking about what? The game?
Oh.
No, the game's an afterthought on bobblehead night, Skraby. Come on,
I get really upset about this bobblehead stuff.
You do, but everybody got their bobblehead, and some people got 30 of them. But anyway, the Padres fell to the Cardinals last night 2-1, Tony. You get 1 at bat with runners in scoring position the entire game. And as luck would have it for Xander Bogaerts, he hits a 254-foot check swing single down the right field line. Braden looked it up on the StatCast. He check swing. That ball went 250 feet, apparently. And, of course, it found an opening, but that was in the first inning, and that was it for the Padres offense. And, we've seen that quite often this year, so I'm not going to overreact to it. You come back, hopefully, tonight. But on the other side, Michael King, 6 innings, 1 hit, 86 pitches, and I am going to tell you, Tony, that this is not a second guess, because I don't think Bradley Rodriguez lost them the game. He gave up a run, but I just don't understand taking Michael King out. I don't get it. I know it's May. I know we got a long season ahead. I'm not trying to be overly critical because I look at the other side. Liberatore went 6 innings. They took him out also. So I know this is the day and age of baseball that we do this, but I just don't get it. And maybe I'll just have to, leave it there because I don't know if anybody's ever going to explain it to me. What do you think?
Yeah, listen, I think it's been explained. I just don't know if you're accepting it.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it.
Right, well, no, he's right. No, he's right. Yeah, I know, but
yeah, I mean, listen, I feel for you. Not really
I feel
not
for
really
you.
Enjoying it. But,
come on, man.
Great pitching performance by great pitching performance by Michael King last night. I mean, that's as crisp as we've seen him. Maybe he had opening day. He was close to that, but that was as good as we've seen him this year. And to get him out of there, he at that point had a tie ball game, I think, at that point.
Yes, but man, he was just, I don't know. He was carving them up. I mean, 14 out of 21 first pitch strikes, the whole thing. He heading the count all night. Seemed to have all his pitches working. Seemed like a prime evening to give him an extra inning, maybe even 2 more. But it didn't go that way. And look, you end up losing the game. Jordan Walker hits a line drive down the left field line that is about a foot fair. And then Mason Wynn comes up and hits a fly ball down the right field line that is a foot out of the reach of Castellanos. And if anyone's going to be critical, it would be me of Castellanos, but I'm not critical. He did everything he could do on that play. He raced in on it. He went for it, and he didn't get it. That's now if it's Fernando, maybe it's a different story, but that it wasn't Fernando. And so I thought he made a good effort. That's all I could ask for there. But that's how the game goes. 2 balls landed just out of reach of defenders. And that's pretty much all the Cardinals got. So away it goes, and into game 2 tonight. Skraby's got a question.
Well, Tony was about to talk, so Tony, you go first.
I was gonna say I disagree. I think although the effort was great, I don't know that he should have dove for that ball.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
I think if he stays on his feet and keeps it in front, because Walker had to hold because he didn't know if he was going to get to it or not. He's still on third base, but once he slid, I think late in the game,
that's
once
a good
you get
point.
in the 7th inning like that, if you're going to leave your feet on a ball that's hanging in the air,
you got to catch it.
You got to know you're going to catch it. If not, you play it on the bounce, keep that guy at third, and you live for another at bat to see if you can get it done. And again, I would never fault Nick for the effort because he did everything he could to get there, but that's a decision-making deal there where, if you leave your feet, the likeliness of him scoring if you don't catch it is high. If you stay on your feet because he's watching you bust it to the ball, and maybe at the last second you say, I'm not going to dive, and it bounces,
he has to stop at third.
He's going to have most likely stop at third. So, that's a high, I would say a high level thought play. It's something.
And this is why we have Tony Gwynn Jr., outfielder at large, to straighten us away. You're absolutely right, Tony. I hadn't even thought of it that way. So,
but the effort was, again, you don't criticize the effort because that was money.
I would like to say everybody who's arguing with me every time I say I don't want Fernando at second base permanently because of the lack of right field now, because you're moving him from right field to second base. I'm not saying it's Nick Castellanos' fault, but you put someone else in right field, that is possibly going to happen. Fernando probably makes that play.
I don't think there's an argument with that, but you have to put the lineup you have. And Castellanos is, that's going to happen. You're going to have guys that aren't as good of fielders, and the ball's going to find them sometimes. But I'm not going to be overly critical. He gave it the best effort he could. Tony said maybe too much of an effort. I don't think that's where you lose the game. You lose the game because you can't hit. You can't get anybody in scoring position. You can't do a whole lot with the 3 walks that Liberatore gave you. And here's another thing, Tony, and I don't know if Jesse's up there because I don't like to invite him on. I like him to come on when he's comfortable coming on. But I know that he is of the ilk that if a guy is safe, he's safe. And if he's out, he's out. And when they look at replay, Fernando was safe. I don't know that anyone could even barely argue that, but it felt like they went with the out call because they didn't have enough evidence to overturn it. And I just wish they would get rid of that. I think that was a key moment in the game. You got him now at second base with nobody out, and I think you got a better than average chance of getting back even in that game. Those things frustrate me when, like, if we didn't have replay, then I couldn't argue. I would just say, oh, man, he missed that call. But we do have replay, and it didn't seem to matter that he missed that call. Is that sour grapes, or do you agree, or where are you at?
No, I mean, that is the argument my partner has made. We made it going down the elevator yesterday with Todd Frazier and Adam Ottavino, who did the national side. And I think all 4 of us agreed that the original call on the field should not be – it should almost be a blind look. Like, here's what happened, boom. Or not even here's what happened. Look at this. What do you think?
Right.
And then go from there. But it's not that way. And I think there's been enough noise made about it. Maybe not enough national noise, but – doesn't seem like it's changing anytime soon, unfortunately.
Yeah, they won't want to change it.
Looks safe. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, that one against the Padres last night too. And let's to be fair, I thought in the ninth inning, honestly, Victor Scott was called out after replay, and I honestly thought he was safe, but I don't think they wanted to go 2 calls in a row against the Padres there. So
I thought he was out.
Oh, you did think he was out.
I did think he was out. I thought they got that one right. I thought the first one they got wrong.
I'll tell you who had a nice night in a debut, Rodolfo Duran. I mean, he hit the one on the button to deep center field, ends up throwing out that base runner. That had to be a hell of a night for him, Tony. I don't know if you had a chance to talk to him or you know him or meet him, but for somebody that's gone 11 or 12 years in the minor leagues to get your first major league start, and yeah, I know he didn't get a hit out of it, but that had to be quite a night for him and his family and everybody else.
For sure. I thought, I mean, that's he came up a little bit earlier and wasn't able to get into the game, but
yeah,
I thought he had a nice night yesterday. I thought he had a good spring too, by the way. So he get a chance to play every now and then, because Fermin wasn't playing every day, and so Rodolfo's going to get some chances. I thought yesterday he did well, getting his feet wet. He didn't look like he was nervous or anything. He played well.
Yep, good for him. Padres do lose. They fall a game back of the Dodgers in the NL West, and a little more Dodger news is coming in here. I don't know how long ago this was. It wasn't too long ago, but the Dodgers saying that Blake Snell, they're not saying it, but sources are, that Blake Snell is going to come off the IL and pitch for the Dodgers tomorrow.
Very interesting how fans start getting on his case and all of a sudden he's back.
All right. Now, you know what?
How long ago that was, by the way, that they got on his case?
I actually don't. I don't.
Number 2, how quickly you forget how much you loved Blake Snell.
I still love Blake Snell.
No, it didn't sound like it.
No, I still love Blake Snell, but I'm just calling. I mean, fans get on his case. All of a sudden he's back. I mean, come on.
But that's not even accurate, though.
I don't know when that.
That part's not accurate.
I don't even know when the post or when he was taking heat, but I saw it last weekend.
Then don't speak out of that side of your mouth if you don't know.
My statement stands.
My statement stands.
He's going to double down on it.
Snell is expected to return.
I have no other place to go
for the Dodger Brave game. The Dodgers are playing the Braves this weekend. That's a heavyweight matchup in the National League. So that's something for the Dodgers tonight. Griffin Canning will go for the Padres in a game that you should be listening to right here on 97.3 The Fan, because this is one of our Apple TV games that may be difficult for you to find on your devices. So make sure you get
find it on Apple TV. Flip the audio.
That's right,
Jesse.
Yes, you get you get an option to listen to Jesse and Tony. So either way, should be listening to our guys tonight. We're underway. Gwynn and Chris, happy Friday. 97.3 The Fan.
Enjoy more ways to save at Ralph's.
I actually got in trouble once when I worked at the bank for looking up a celebrity, and it was totally wrong on my part. Totally wrong.
Looking up their account number?
Just I searched their name in the account system, and
Skraby, what is wrong with you?
I was like 19.
You'd be better off. You'd be better off admitting that you wore your underwear inside out. Frankly,
This guy is just searching up people's accounts.
It only happened that one time because I got caught.
Oh, how did you get caught?
The account was flagged, and anybody taking a look at it gets logged, and so I got called into the boss's office like 3 days later.
What did that come? I'm sorry, I gotta ask, but nobody's supposed to be doing this preview. What did that conversation? How did it go?
Well, why were you looking up Paris Hilton? Is that who it was?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh my!
I can neither confirm. That's really funny, Chris, that you just yelled out that name out of all names. No. But I walked in. I got called into the office, and I sat down. And all my boss. I loved her. She was great. Her name was Sharon. Amazing boss. She just slid the piece of paper in front of me.
You knew.
Said, "Did you visit this account?" And I looked. Yeah. She was like, "We're gonna have to write you up for this, and if you do it again, we're gonna have to fire you." And I said, "I'll never do it again." And I got out of there as soon as possible. I took everything, but it was not good. Not good.
Just curiosity, huh? He's like, I wonder how much they have in their account.
Yeah. I mean, before I got caught, I did look up athletes. And,
oh my God! I'm so glad you're sitting in this seat now.
Yes, I'm so happy you're not doing any job that can be dangerous to people's futures.
This was in the first year that I was there. I learned my lesson thoroughly.
Chris, as I said, as soon as they walked in, they was like,
"Yeah,
that's our guy right there.
That's our window.
We're gonna take him down."
Yep.
Just lucky I didn't get caught for like. I can't even say. I'll tell you guys off break whose account I saw and how much money they had sitting in their checking account.
And this was how long ago, too, by the way?
2009, 10. Way before I became a good person.
Didn't Bank America end up getting in trouble? Or was that it was one of those banks got in trouble?
All of them get in trouble for selling information. But
I heard folks like you.
I wasn't selling any information. I was just wanting to see what was going on.
Curious.
I didn't check their account activity, which I could have. Been like, oh, they bought this here. I'm going to go up there. You know, I'm not that creepy.
Well, that's stock.
Oh, yeah, you're not that bad.
I'm not that creepy.
This is amazing, by the way. We're supposed to be doing.
How are we supposed to do baseball picks under these circumstances?
We can't anymore. I think we gotta push it. You guys never did it. Well, I mean,
no, Skraby, we didn't.
Really? Okay. Like you work at a bank, you're looking at people's account information.
That's
unbelievable.
It only happened for a little bit, and then I got
for a little bit.
I can't stop laughing at this because it is quite hilarious, Skraby.
But you were saying that I may have gotten robbed or whatever. I actually did get robbed when I worked in San Francisco, and they're called quick change artists.
How long did you work in the banking industry?
8 years. I was a teller supervisor when I finished. I was also the merchant teller, which took in around $150,000 in cash a day. Guess what? Always balanced at the end of the day.
Yeah, I bet.
But there was a guy who walked in. He had about $5,000 in hundreds, and he handed it to me. He said, "Can I get 50s for these?" And I said, you know, it's pretty annoying that he wants
$5,000 in hundreds.
In hundreds, and he wanted $5,000 in 50s. He just wanted 50s instead of hundreds. So I had to go get it from the vault. I come back. I'm starting to count it out, and then he's like starting to ask me questions as I'm counting it out.
He's trying to
what
did I tell you, Chris? This is what I'm talking about.
That window right there.
Hey, this guy was so good that no one saw it coming. But so when I started getting mad at him because I counted out the 50s, he goes, "What are you doing?" I asked for 20s. And I'm like, what? You did not ask for 20s. You asked for 50s, bro. Yeah. I had to go to the vault to get those 50s. And as I was getting all mad and talking to my boss, he took the cash off the counter and put it into this folder that he had on the thing that
the original 5,000 in hundreds.
Yeah, well, he kept going like that, and then I was so mad, I just grabbed it and I threw it in my drawer. And then he was like, "You know what? I'm out of here." And he walked out. And then at the end of the day, $3,000.
He got an extra 3 on you.
$3,000. Yeah, he got $3,000.
The thing about criminals like that, they can sniff out a mark really easy.
I'm not a mark.
You are 1,000%. Friar Friday is here. Miguel Anduhar will join us later on in this 2:00 hour. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Skraby. Quiet sports day so far. Chris did tease. I don't know if he teased it, but he talked about the Dodgers and Braves locking horns. Two of the, I think the two top teams in the National League. Huh? Is that correct?
I think you have to put the Cubs in. Yes, the Cubs are right there. But
Cubs have a bet.
Those are the three. Well. Yeah. Well, let's, I don't root for the Braves often. So come on, Braves. You know what I mean? Like,
this is a good time.
Yeah, this would be a good time to win a bunch of the games you normally win. So let's get a little help here, please. Appreciative.
Yeah, they get the 7-10 treatment today after boy, I tell you, that was a reminder. And actually it was a pretty quick game. Nonetheless, but
right.
You forget how much how often getting home before 10 o'clock is how valuable.
Game wasn't even over till practically 10 o'clock.
Like 9. I think I got in the car. It was like 9:59, something like that.
You thought something crazy had happened. But, yeah, well, there was two things. Mike Winters was at the game last night, our old umpire guy, and he had two moments that I have to share. One is that when I sat down for the game at 5 minutes after 7, I said, how you doing? He goes, well, I've been here for an hour because I didn't know the game was at 7. So he didn't get the word. Good to know that these umpires were prepared out there. But secondly, I need to point this out to everyone because it's starting to get a little bigger than maybe Skraby and I and you, Tony, intended this. But Skraby and I talked about yesterday the whole notion of this fly ball catching contest with him versus Sam Levitt. And and on the undercard is me trying to catch pop-ups on the mound because I said pitchers are athletes. So we had this whole thing, and coaches have been texting in and saying, well, you can use our field and you can do this. And people are starting to fight over it now. Well, now
what's the fight about?
Well, not fight over, but fight over like whether it's at their field or at this field or can they hit the ball.
Braden and Frank were putting odds on it earlier.
Everybody's getting in on this. And so now apparently, Tony, unbeknownst to me, but Adam Klug has got his involvement in this, and he's now trying to build a whole station event around this. And so, of course, the images that this conjures up, pop up on the mound. I'm going to fall
Where
on
is
my
this going.
I'll tell you in a minute. I'm going to fall on my, butt trying to catch a pop fly. But more, I think the other image that people are saying is how are Skraby and Sammy going to look roaming deep center field, patrolling in the outfield, tracking under major league type fly balls that are going to be either fungoed out to you, but I think more likely machined out to you. Well, Mike Winters last night was sitting with me, and I told him about the possibility of all of this. And he said, I'm not kidding you. He said, you think maybe Skraby and Sammy ought to consider wearing like helmets out there?
Stop it. Stop it.
Okay.
I'd rather take a baseball to a face than wear.
You'd rather take a baseball to the face. Tony, his point is not that far off. You guys don't know how hard these fly balls are going to be to catch.
I do know.
I think you should consider it, son.
Son, he says.
Now, here's the second, but here's where Mike Winters had the funniest line of the night. I think it was the 7th inning. It was 1-1, maybe still, might be 2-1 Cardinals. It was later in the game. And there was a runner at second or third, and Burleson was up for the Cardinals. And he had a very high pop-up down the left field line, Tony. You probably remember it. Manny went out on it. Laureano came racing in. There was a moment of trepidation. And as the ball's falling toward earth, Mike Winters next to me goes, don't worry, Skraby's got it. Oh, my God.
I do have
the funniest line I think I've ever heard.
Why? Like,
it was just the timing of it was, hey, Ramon Laureano may not get this ball, but Skraby would have it.
Adam just posted on the chat. I can arrange a baseball to the face.
Well, anyway.
Sure you can.
If this ever does all come together, and I believe a lot of us are pushing for it.
It's going to have to at this point.
We are going to let everybody know.
I think you could really consider wearing a helmet.
It's not a stupid idea, Skraby.
I don't want to see a ball ricochet off your dome as you try to catch one of these pop-ups, dog.
It's going to be harder than you guys think.
You know what?
I really do.
I can totally see you getting your nose broke.
But
because you don't get the glove.
But when I'm looking up, I can't see the ball because of the face mask and all this other stuff.
I say face mask.
Nobody said anything about a face mask.
What's the point of wearing a helmet if it's going to hit me in the face anyway?
Well,
protect your noggin. I mean, you got to protect your face.
We don't mind a bloody lip. We just don't want you going to the hospital on a concussion and a 7-day, IL stay.
I've done plenty of damage. I've done plenty of damage to my brain in my life, Chris. It's okay.
Well, all right. Man. We'll keep everybody up to date, but it does kind of look like this event is becoming more and more of a potential reality. And if it does, it'll be within the next month or so. So we'll keep everybody apprised and believe we're going to open it up. I mean, people can be able to come and watch, and I can think that it'd be pretty funny. So
yeah, no, I would definitely love people to come, and I think we're even going to do a live stream YouTube only, and I'm enlisting Sam, myself and yourself to, and that's not English, but to narrate the live stream.
Myself, yourself,
yep.
Wait a minute. Do we have to be on microphone as we're being hit the pop-ups like they are in the major leagues?
Like,
it's gonna be hard enough.
I'll do color commentary for your part of it, and then you do color commentary for me.
Don't we got the little mics you clip on your little collar?
Just run around a little bit. Yeah, I got this one. Boink.
Oh my God. I can just hear the ball hitting your bone, like on the nose. Like if you don't.
Tony knows of what he speaks. I think he's looking out for you more than you think he's looking out for you, Skraby.
Helmet, man. I know you're gonna look crazy with a helmet on out there, which would be great to take photos.
Hey, look, but John Olerud played his whole career with a helmet out there at first base, and it didn't bother him. So
that's right.
You could do it. Anyway, that's all kind of in the works.
Let me give a preliminary thing. Over under 10 fly balls, how many do I catch? Or like what's the line?
I have to see the fly balls.
If they're legitimate big league fly balls, you'll catch 2.
There you go.
2 of 10?
Yes.
They're going to be way up there, Skraby.
Unless they're going to set it up so you don't really got to move. You just get to
by the way, I never said I was a Major League Baseball fly ball catcher. I was just saying fly ball.
I mean, I'm just, you got to range a couple steps left, right.
I mean, if we fungo a looping fly ball right to you, that's a lot easier to catch than one that's way up there and circling in the wind.
I'm just gonna let it happen and see what happens.
Well, whatever fly balls you have to catch. Whatever you have to catch, Sammy's got to, pretty much catch the same thing. So we'll see.
You just see Sammy out there with his flip flops.
What if Sam's like this incredible outfielder?
Right, Sammy's catching him in his base. Sammy's making basket catches a la Willie Mays out there, and then Skraby's turn.
When I told Sam that this was on the horizon, he was like,
we haven't even asked him.
I did.
Oh, okay.
When I told him it was on the horizon,
poor Sammy just got involved in something.
No kidding. Yeah, right.
Well, that's what he said, and I go, yes, we did talk about this, and he goes, okay, well, I'll still beat you anyway. I'm like, that's this trash talk you're talking about. I'm talking about Sam. Why is no one worried about him getting a baseball to the face?
We're not talking to him right now.
If honestly, he looks a little more athletic than you. I'm just saying. Looks a little more athletic.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Here's just between you and I, Tony.
Are you kidding?
Tony, this is what I told Mike Winters last night. I said the concern is that Skraby thinks he's incredibly athletic.
I never said incredibly athletic. I'm athletic enough.
It is a concern, though. It is a concern.
I love it how I no matter what I do to prove to you guys I'm athletic, you guys will never give it to me.
I mean, hold up. Let's be honest. You haven't really actually proved anything. You dunked on a little kid hoop, and then you were kicking footballs with your toe. So I don't know that you've proven anything.
You also hurt your kicking muscle on that.
I made 3. You guys said I couldn't make 6, and I made like 4.
3-pointers.
Again, I don't know that it improved very much, other than that you can shoot a little bit.
Shooting,
I got nothing left.
Well, hey, look, after this conversation. Skraby, the good news about this, there's one good thing about this potential contest.
I can put all this talk to bed?
You can, right? Right, Tony? Let's be fair. If he catches 8 out of 10, and he's right, and he's circling under him and making easy plays and looking smooth, and we'll have to shut it up.
I'll start catching behind my back. You guys are gonna be like, "Whoa, this guy!"
That's a concussion or a torn shoulder.
I will not be trying to catch it behind my back.
By the way, speaking of outfielders who can catch fly balls, the Arizona Diamondbacks just designated for DFA'd Alek Thomas, who's been
Alek Thomas got
DFA'd. He's only hitting 181. He's a great defensive center fielder, but they're cutting ties with him. They do want to make room. They got a prospect, Ryan Waldschmidt, who they're bringing up to the big leagues. But I thought that was a noteworthy cut here just a little bit ago.
I concur. All right, let's get the break. On the other side, Friar Friday, Miguel Andujar joins us next on Gwynn and Chris.
Ben and Woods.
I actually got in trouble. What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris, I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So All the way straight back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good.
Wow. Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfus and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over there. So.
What are you thinking of seeing it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, who not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place. So I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good. Wow.
Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfus and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over there. So.
What are you thinking of seeing it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, who not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place. So I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing?
Friar Friday, and Skraby's face still in one piece because the flyball contest is not yet upon us.
That is true.
Tony Gwynn Jr. is down at Petco Park, as is Miguel Anduhar, scheduled shortly as our Friar Friday interview. Before we get to that, though, let's find out if Miguel Anduhar is in the lineup tonight as the Padres face the Cardinals.
Batting first for the San Diego Padres, center fielder Jackson Merrill. Batting second, Bogey at shortstop. Batting third, Manny Machado playing third. Cleaning up is Gavin Sheets at first base. Fernando Tatis Jr. playing right field, batting fifth. Andujar DHing, batting sixth. Laureano playing left field, batting seventh. Fermin catching, batting eighth. Song is playing second base, batting ninth. And Griffin Canning is pitching.
Michael McGreevy, right-hander you probably don't know a whole lot about. 2-2, good ERA, 2.52, going for the Cardinals tonight against Griffin Canning. So we'll see how that goes. The career of Miguel Anduhar, Tony, I don't know if everybody's really aware of all of it, but in 2018, Shohei Ohtani was named the Rookie of the Year in the American League that year. He had 25 of the 30 first-place votes for Rookie of the Year. The guy who got the other 5 votes was Miguel Anduhar. Like Shohei didn't even win unanimously over, him. But since 2018, it has been, an injury struggle mostly for Anduhar. Tony's never played more than 90 games in a year. And I think so far so good with the Padres.
Yeah, no, he's been able to kind of manage this hamstring thing he's got going, but he's been probably outside of maybe Xander the most consistent hitter. And he, I think even as we've seen his playing time go up here, because he has been the best hitter, hasn't been much of a change, man. He's locked in at the plate, and we haven't even begun to see his power yet from that side, from that standpoint.
Yep, he had 27 home runs in that rookie season of 2018. Drove in 92 for the New York Yankees. I don't know if a lot of people even remember Anduhar started there. He's made stops in Pittsburgh, Oakland when they had a baseball team. And,
which, by the way, A's may not even be a name anymore.
I've heard that's a potential now that if they move to Las Vegas, they might take the name A's off of that franchise.
It's crazy.
Something worth discussing.
Tony sent us a video this morning that got me really angry.
You were riled up about this?
I was very riled up because this guy is doing, if he does rebrand, it's for one thing, and it's to sell new jerseys and make cash for your new city.
That's not true. It also could be because he can't get the trademark for it in Vegas.
Yes. Okay.
That's
we did talk about that.
No, you can't forget about that part.
You're right. You're right. I did gloss over that, and you're right for calling me out. But I would say is they're going to get the trademark.
Officer, she ran into me. Sure, you ran the red light. I did gloss over that.
I did. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's besides the point. I did. Yeah. There is a trademark thing, but
I know, officer.
Feel like they're going to get the trademark.
I speeded through a red light. That doesn't forgive her for running into me.
True.
Yes,
but as of now, they've been denied the trademark because they're not actually doing business there yet. Now, as that stadium gets further built, as it was explained in that video, maybe they'll change their mind and say, okay, we'll give you the trademark. But if they hold off the trademark and they can't get it, you could bet your bottom dollar they're going to change their name because that is an MLB office, by the way, has a whole trademarking
division
crew.
Yeah,
division. Crew is wrong.
No, crew works too.
Either way, that's so. This. I know we are quick to sensationalize everything. Let's let it get there first. There, Scrape.
I think Skraby is just hilarious.
I think it's just because John Fisher has.
I just wants to make money. Well, but he can't get an okay to use the name. I know, but that's neither here nor there.
That's besides the point. What do we think they're going to be named then? They can't be the Aces.
The A's. I think they're going to be. I think they're going to be named the A's. Okay. Ultimately.
What about the Las Vegas Snake Eyes? It's pretty good. You got to do something with that, right? Why are Las Vegas Jackpot?
Why?
I'm trying to come up with new names.
Yes, you are. I thought you were upset.
Okay, good thing that Miguel Anduhar is calling in right now so I can extract myself
we've wasted enough time.
Pull yourself out of this mess, buddy.
Miguel Anduhar is one of the guys for the Padres this year. Certainly, he is hitting .305 for this ball club. Has been a big part of the good start to this season. And Miguel joining us here on 97.3 The Fan. How are you, Miguel? Nice to have you on the show today, sir.
I mean, I'm good, living the dream here.
There you go. I was going to ask you, man. I mean, from the Dominican Republic, you grew up there with the same area. What, we got Manny, we got Fernando, there's Miguel Anduhar. Did you ever dream you did have a career, going on 9-10 years in the major leagues? And sounds like you do really appreciate what you've been able to accomplish.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy, to be in the B, enjoy my time here, do the best I can for the team,
Miggy, what have you learned? I mean, you came up to the big leagues as a New York Yankee. In your first year, you finished second in Rookie of the Year behind Shohei Ohtani. And then you had to deal with some injuries thereafter, but you've been able to finally get healthy and been very productive over the last couple of years. What did you learn in that stint where you were kind of battling injury to try to get back on the field?
I mean, it was a little tough, but at the end of the day, I never, lose my focus, keep working hard and then try to do the best I can, control what I can control. It is, do the best I can, in the field, in the weight room, and that type of thing hurt me to be right here right now.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. I'll tell you that, Miguel. I hope you're enjoying San Diego as much. Tell us a little bit about how you ended up with San Diego. They talked to you, you called them, your agents, etc. What did you like about the Padres when you knew that was a possibility for you?
I mean, when they called my agent and then they talk, I say, whoa, that's amazing, because I came here, I was as a visiting, beautiful city, the fans, everything was fun. I say, oh my God, they call me, they want me. I say, you know what, talk to hang, and then I want to play with this team, I want to do the best I can with that.
And so, Mickey, you get to spring training, and you're into the likes of Manny and Toddy. I mean, what did you learn quickly as you got to spring training on the type of players or the type of roster that this team had?
I mean, when I'm signing, Tati texts me and say, oh, welcome to the team. When I go to spring training and see those guys, was amazing, was play around the Bogey, Tati, Jason. For me, it's a pleasure, be with around those teams, contribute with those guys. So that's amazing to be here, man.
Miguel Anduhar is with us from the Padres, big part of the season strong start. For those who don't recall, I mean, I do, really, started your career mostly at third base with the Yankees. And then, as Tony said, you've had to go through so many ups and downs with the injuries, but you can still play some third base. Have you taught Manny anything since you've been here? Because he needs a little help down there.
When I play with the Yankees, like you say, I watch a lot of videos from him because he's for me, is one of the best. The way he made the play, it's awesome, man. When I watch, as a visitor, was, oh my God. But now when I see, in person now, in the same team, I see that's a natural play for him,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's certainly one of the best. Miguel Anduhar joins us here on Friar Friday, and Miguel, you've had to learn to play a little first base. That's a position that people may look at and think is easy, but it takes some work to learn how to play some first base. How have you adjusted to the opportunities you've had there to play first base?
I mean, yeah, like you say, the people think it's easy, but I think here every position has to do your job, But I'm here for whatever the team need me, whatever third, outfield, whatever. I want to contribute the best I can for help the team, win games. That's my goal. If I'm here in the dugout, whatever, I want to do the best, like help the guy. Hey, let's go, because that's what I want, help the team to win games.
The pride of the Dominican Republic, Miguel Andujar is our guest here on Friar Friday. Miguel, I just want to ask you, you're DHing tonight. You've done a lot of DHing so far this season. What do you do between at-bats? Give the fans a little idea. You obviously don't get to go run out in the field. Do you like to take a lot of hitting? Do you like to relax? I mean, between at-bats, it can sometimes be quite a while.
I mean, I watch the videos sometimes on the iPad, when I go to the cage, but I don't do a lot of swings. I don't really, do a lot of swings. I want the energy for when I go to take my bat, because that's the most important thing. I work before, like my routine and stuff like that, but during the game, I don't really do a lot of swing.
Miguel, obviously you've been one of the most consistent hitters on this ball club this year. What do you attribute to the quick start, the fast start that you had this season? You got out the gates well from the very beginning.
I mean, it's too early. I think it's too early. A lot of baseball still, but try to be more consistent. That's the key for me. When keep working. Watch more video, be more focused at the play, on the game. Watch a lot of game. I watch the game, because sometimes the game tell you, what's gonna happen, and I know hitting is hard, but if you like be in the game, you can get like some good thing for get it more easy.
Miguel Anduhar, it's been a pleasure having you on. I love your refreshing attitude, and you can tell just talking to you how happy you are to be in San Diego and playing baseball. One last thing, growing up on the island in Dominican Republic, I know everybody plays baseball. Was it that simple for you to just as a little kid to be interested in baseball right away? And what do you remember, growing up, thinking in terms of how could you ever really make it to the major leagues from there to here?
I mean, it was good. I remember like my dad told me like, hey, you have to go to the school or you want to play baseball. And I say, you know what, I go both. Because he say me, I need to go to the school, and then play. Well, I say, I go to both because I like baseball. I love baseball since I started playing like 6 years old, in the street in Dominican. So, and, thank God I got the opportunity to signing and then now here in the beach. So it's amazing, it's a blessing for me.
Well, I think we're the lucky ones. We're glad to have you in San Diego. Wish you the very best tonight. Look forward to getting down there and shaking your hand, sir. But appreciate the time, and thanks for being on Friar Friday today. And hopefully we'll catch up with you again.
All right. Thank you, guys, for the opportunity.
Of course.
Thank you, Miggy.
That was nice. Miguel Anduhar, Padres designated hitter, first baseman, and from 6 years old, dreaming of it. We talked to these guys, Tony. They all sound like they were 6 years old dreaming of the big leagues, but they didn't all make it to the big league. No, but my point is they don't all get to make it. You know what I mean?
No.
We only hear
the ones we talk to get to make it.
Right. They all make it.
That's not the case for everybody, for sure.
Yeah, and he also said, when my dad said, do you want to play baseball or go to school? He said, I'm going to go to school too.
Yeah, I love that.
Just in case. Yeah. Just in case. But, you look at this guy's career, guys. We mentioned the Yankee season. I wrote this down. His last 7 years, 12 games, 21, 45, 36, 30, 75. Last year was big, 94. So he has really battled the injuries. And I know with the Yankees, there was some time where it was kind of up and down, and he, lost the stroke a little bit. And you know what happens in New York, Tony, if you lose it, they can forget about you really fast. So, I think kudos to this guy for the way he's battled and continued to stay after it, because it's really starting to pay off.
read those games played again.
Yeah, 12, 21, 45, 36, 30, 75, and then last year was his high water mark, 94.
You know what's impressive about listening to him talk, despite those significant amount of missed games, he didn't seem like he wavered in discussing his injuries and getting back to the point where he could get on the field. It didn't seem like there was ever a doubt in his mind, despite all those consecutive years of missing significant time, that he would eventually get back to being healthy. It's taken him a while, but certainly I imagine that that's a feeling he doesn't take for granted at this point.
No, and a nice lesson for the rest of us, even though we're not playing Major League Baseball. Whatever it is that you dream of doing, it may take 7 years to get there.
Yep.
It may even take longer, but, stick with it. If you believe in it and you believe in yourself, don't give it up. Miguel Anduhar is a really good example of that. All right, Padres Cardinals a little later. Tony, before we get to the top of this hour, I have to talk about the Lakers losing to OKC last night. And here's the thing that makes
it finally got to me, buddy. It finally got to me.
Yeah, I had a feeling it might. It only took a game and a half.
Just sunk in what Tony was saying.
Well, he's talking about the officiating, and here's the problem. And I'm gonna read you something that Arash Markazi tweeted out today, because I think he's really good and I think he's on point here. Arash Markazi said the Lakers are not losing to the Thunder because of the officiating, but the officiating has become so egregiously bad that it's become the story. The highlight reel of bad calls, the missed calls, the foul baiting, it's all just bad for the league. And I don't think you could say it any more succinctly than that, Tony. The Thunder are beating the Lakers, but we are not even talking about the game at all. And that is just not what it was supposed to be.
This one is tough to decipher if it's actually real. And what I mean by that is, typically in the way our society works now, is there's a drum beat for, especially when it comes to these sports things, right?
Yeah.
Whether it was the strike zone, the time of game, it starts to become something that it goes from just being for basketball fans to being a general sports conversation. And I think that's where this is starting to venture to. And typically when that happens, you see some movement from leagues. And so it's funny because what this is born, and I was listening, I can't remember who I was listening to the other day, but he made a great point. This symptom is born because we decided as a fans that the game was a little too physical. We wanted more free-flowing basketball in the 80s and 90s. Nobody really wanted to watch. We wanted a more open game.
Yeah.
And I think this is a result of that, right? And so now we have the open game in which players have adapted and now have become really good at this foul bait. And make no mistake about it, people have been flopping for at least since the 90s when I was like really started.
This is not the first time any of this has happened. It's also not the first time that people have complained about championship teams getting calls, because Jordan got the same complaint, and we're going back to, as you said, the 90s for that. So,
but this is a little bit different in that, as you said, it's becoming the story.
Yes, it is.
And SGA just happens to be the poster child of it. I don't think he's the only one. I mean, Jaylen Brown was just going off about this the other day.
Yeah.
But he's not. They have become, I don't know. Yesterday seemed to be kind of at least the point of at this point. I mean, the conversation that Austin Reeves was having with the official at the end of the game seemed respectful, but very, very spirited on his part. And listen to him talk a game. He was just had an issue with how the ref was speaking to him. It really didn't have nothing necessarily to do with the SGA call. But I think there's a lot of people who watched that game last night. And by the way, I didn't get to really watch it. I was only like kind of peering in because we were in the middle of our game.
Yeah, you might have missed a couple of them.
Everybody I heard who watched this game all had the same first complaint. Man, the officiating. And so,
yeah, it's too bad. It is. Holmgren, Chet Holmgren, who I think is fantastic. Either DeAndre Ayton should get a 10-game suspension, or Holmgren should be given a 10-game suspension. You know what I mean? Like either Ayton you fine or Holmgren gets suspended. But the fact when you push a guy away and he grabs his chin and falls to the floor like that, that's embarrassing yourself and the league. Caruso falling down because he touches LeBron and flopping on the floor. It's not great. It's not a great look, but that's all anybody's talking about. I believe the Thunder won the game, but, I hardly even know.
You could hear Caruso and LeBron arguing at one point during the free throw line about that very thing. Like, you guys are just it was very, very heated conversations going on last night.
Yeah. Well, SGA ran over a few people. I think one was Marcus Smart, who got called for
over the block.
So
I saw that one.
I know. All right. More Gwynn and Chris. Hour number 2 coming up.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's
Welcome in. 3:01 on the clock. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello.
You seem surprised.
No, I just was lost in my own
You're
world
dazed.
there for a second.
Yeah.
Padres game 2, taking on the Cardinals. Cardinals win a really good pitching matchup yesterday, 2-1. Padres end up on the short side of it. They look to bounce back here today. Apple TV tonight. Got my man Dontrell Willis next door. You can probably see him through that mirror over my right shoulder a little bit, doing an interview right now. It's funny. Both of our daughters are going to play soccer next year. Different places. I think his daughter's going to Colorado, Boulder.
Dontrell. There he is, Dontrell. Boy, how about that?
Yeah,
just like you advertised.
You know
one
what?
One of the great dudes in all of baseball for sure.
He is. I really like him as the color analyst of the Apple stuff because he's funny and he's informative.
Why are
and
you
he
listening
tells
to
stories?
You're supposed to have Tony and Jesse on.
But
Ooh,
this is the first Apple game this year. I've watched other Apple games.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
Good
you're
answer,
talking about
good
it.
answer. Good
He's
answer.
like, he was over there like, I just got out of that one.
I also want to say on Saturday, the White Sox were in town, and I was with Sam Levitt, and he goes, "Turn around. That's Tony La Russa." And Tony La Russa was just sitting in a booth over there.
I saw Tony when they were here last week. Walked by him in the hall.
You know what he was doing?
Scouting?
No, he was waiting for the buffet to open. Come on, Skraby, you got to know the Tony La Russa jokes around here.
Oh, well, I was there for the Tony La Russa joke, and I didn't even pick up on it.
You should know that, Tony La Russa line.
The thing is that Chris and I caught him in Cooperstown completely disregarding the caterer's rules and just opening up food bins and taking food.
He was pulling the plastic off and just heaping it on his plate.
It was. And the people were like kind of trying to tell him this is not time to eat. Yeah, he
wasn't having any of it.
He was hungry. Tony was hungry.
Tony was. That's right. One quick NBA note. Sorry, Tony, to duck in. AG Anunoby going to sit out tonight. Knicks Sixers game 3. So that's a pretty big deal. I don't know if Embiid's playing. I haven't heard any announcement on him, but I think
is it AG?
OG Anunoby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the original guy. I know what it stands for. I get it.
He's the original guy, Anunoby.
That's who he is,
right?
Yes. But he will not play tonight.
Let's get to some Daily Gambit.
Yes, sir.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is a mortal lock.
Washington! Woohoo!
If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. And with that, we did not make any bets yesterday. So, Chris, take it away.
All right, real quick note on OG Anunoby. He's was actually born in London, of all places. His parents are Nigerian. And his first name is Ogugua, 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 which they've shortened to OG Anunoby. A little more than you probably ever wanted to know about him.
Safe to say he did a lot of people favors, and so they didn't butcher his name.
He did, just to help himself out. He's a hell of a player. I tell you, when he's going, but he won't play tonight. So the Knicks at Philly. The Sixers are home, 3.5-point favorites.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I think there may be something to either less games or shortening the season, something. Because we get to the postseason, guys shouldn't be missing postseason games because they actually just can't go. You know what I'm saying? Like, same thing for Embiid. Like, he's so already beat up that his body's not allowing him to play the next game. And I know we'd like to believe that if our favorites from the 90s were playing this open court game where they running up and down, they're probably lapping the guys from the 90s in terms of how many times they're getting up and down the court. There might be something to the fact. I think it was Steve Kerr that was saying you got to find a way to shorten the season or something.
Yeah.
Because I just think we get to the postseason, like, you should be able to at least drag yourself through this, as we've seen. I don't think they can. I think that I just don't think you can convince me that dudes get to the postseason like, yeah, I'm going to sit out today. Like, there's just no way.
They wouldn't want to. No. I will say this. Steve Kerr took a lot of heat for those statements. Steve Kerr, a lot of people say, is what's wrong with the NBA. Like, there are really Steve Kerr bashers out there. Say, well, the 3-point shooting and the way the design of offenses is all because of him, and now he wants to shorten the season and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I kind of appreciate what Steve Kerr has brought to the NBA, and I also think he's he's got a pretty refreshing, attitude. I actually like hearing him speak. So I don't know why
he just designed an offense that highlighted the best shooter to ever live.
Yeah, what was the matter with that? Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty smart if you ask me.
Yeah.
All right, so the Sixers are favored by 3.5 tonight. I'm going to assume Embiid's back in. I haven't seen a note one way or the other, but the Sixers would not be favored. I watched game 2. I thought Philadelphia gave New York a pretty good game, but there's one problem the Sixers have, as everybody has. They have no answers for Jalen Brunson. And it doesn't matter, Tony, if you have two guys on him, he just shoots over it and it goes right into the basket. This guy's unbelievable. I'd like to see one of his practice routines, because I bet you he works, the old thing where you put a broom up there and you shoot over the broom, or, some of these shooting exercises. I think he shoots blindfolded in practice and then just brings it out to the court with him, because there's no way he can see the rim on most of these shots.
I think he might be motivated. What's the lady's name who coaches the Aces?
Becky Hammond, is it?
Becky Hammond. Remember, she said that you can't win with a little star.
Yeah.
And I think he might be, and that got some viral feed. So I'm sure he's got that in mind as he's trying to drive these guys to a title.
He's trying to. I'm going to take Philadelphia anyway, though. I don't think the Knicks are a sweep team, so I give Philly one game tonight. Skraby, what you got?
Gonna be honest, I wasn't listening.
All right, Tony, let's go to you.
I was putting together the videos for the countdown.
We're gonna go with the Knicks.
You're gonna go for a 3-0 Knicks series lead.
What was the spread?
Don't worry about it. We're good.
It doesn't really matter to you.
I'm going to go with
basketball
the Knicks.
anyway.
He's going with the Knicks. You got the Knicks. I'm giving you the Knicks. San Antonio on the road, 5.5 at Minnesota. Before we bring up that game, I want to ask you one question, Tony, because I do respect your basketball acumen, and I actually thought of this last night as I was watching the game, because the Lakers had a lead in the third quarter, and they built that lead by doing two things that you said they had to do. One was continue to hard double team SGA. They did that. Yeah. 2, continue to be physical with him. And they were grabbing and holding. And guess what? They finally got him to elbow somebody, and he got the technical, and he got his 4th foul, and he went to the bench. And I thought, man, Tony was right. This is working. The problem was he went to the bench, and they went on a 20-5 run and took the game away. It was like that wasn't supposed to happen.
You can't. The Lakers can't have any lapses at all.
Right.
Because they make a lapse against OKC. It's 15-point lead that quick.
That's what happened. And I thought the Lakers were in really good shape when I saw him go out. But here's what I want to ask you: James Harden, 3 field goals, 6 turnovers. It's the 45th time in his career, Tony, in a playoff game that he's had more turnovers than baskets. Is the James Harden star dimming a little bit around basketball right now?
I don't know that it's dim. I think he's stars what it is, but he's always had issues in the postseason. That is, I think, been the knock on James Harden, is that he gets to the postseason and you don't get the same performances that you get during the regular season. I still think he's got a good enough one in him at this point, because he doesn't have to be the dude. But yeah, I mean, I don't know that this is anything new for James.
All right, let's move back to the Spurs. 7.5 at Minnesota, or 5.5 at Minnesota. Tony, I'll let you go first. Spurs, it's 1-1 series. They're in Minnesota this time. Ant-Man is listed as questionable, but I gotta believe he'll be playing.
Give me Ant-Man and the T-Wolves.
Skraby will skip over you. You're not paying attention.
I was paying attention to that one, and I do have a thought on this.
All right.
Wemby's got.
Do you really have thoughts on the NBA though?
I do because
skip you on NBA.
I do because Wemby, if he's like he is
you on NBA.
Wemby is a great player, but if he wants to be one of the greats, he's got to start winning in the playoffs, and so I think that he's going to.
Good. Well, you stepped out there with that one, buddy.
Thank you.
Good job.
You said I didn't know anything, and I knew something.
No, you didn't.
That just proved my point, really.
He won last series. I'll take Ant-Man as well. I think Minnesota's got too much experience. I think they're going to win this series, but I'm kind of alone in that thinking. We got the Padres and the Cardinals. We got 8 runs over under tonight. Skraby, since you're a baseball expert, we'll start with you on this one.
I hate you. I think my baseball knowledge has grown a lot.
I just said you're an expert. What do you want?
You literally just said that.
Yeah. 8 runs.
I know.
Tonight.
I know.
Last night we got 3.
Under.
Gonna go under again. I think under. We're into May though. Some runs should start being scored, but I actually think this McGreevy's been pretty good, and I think Canning is going to be. I'm going to go under also. Tony, you think they're going to bats come up tonight or what?
I do. I too will go under.
Under. Braves at Dodgers. Chris Sale starts for the Braves. He's 6-1, by the way. I don't know if anybody's noticed that. That's a lot of wins this point in the season. Their Braves
are good pitcher.
Yes, he is. Braves are favored by 1.5. Obviously, I can't root for the Dodgers, but you know what? I'm going to take the Dodgers. I don't see how you can ever not take the Dodgers at home when you're getting runs. You may lose, but I think you're going to win most of the time. So I'll take the Dodgers plus 1.5. Scrape?
I'm going to take the Braves.
You're going to take the Braves anyway, Tony? Braves?
I too will take the Braves.
Yeah, I thought you might. We got who's getting more innings tonight? Chris Sale at the Dodgers or another guy that's been really good this year, Max Fried for the Yankees, who's pitching at Milwaukee tonight. Which pitcher goes deeper into their game? Tony, I'll let you go first. Max Fried
or Sale, is that what you said?
Yeah, it's a good thing that the Braves, by the way, don't still have Fried. Can you imagine where they'd be with him? Man, they're already good.
I'll give me Fried. I think Sale's got a little bit different, more difficult lineup to navigate.
Yep. Fried's 4-1 with a 0.89 whip. I mean, he's been just as good. I think Fried's the call because of what you just said. The Dodgers are going to wear Sale out. They just won't pitch. They won't swing until they get him out of the game. Skraby, you're the baseball expert. Who do you like here?
I hate how you're doing this now. Every time I see Max Fried pitch, it's usually like 6th inning, 7th inning, so I'll go Max Fried.
Max Fried on that one. And we got one hockey to touch on. The Ducks are 1-1 with Vegas. If anybody has an extra ticket tonight, I don't know. Well, I'd have to get out of dinner. I think my wife would let me out of dinner if one of the callers invited me to go with them to Vegas. Not to Vegas, to the Ducks game.
Test it. Let's see.
You should just go without asking.
Yeah.
Just see what happens.
See what happens.
Just
tell us what happens on Monday.
You mean just don't show up to dinner at all? Don't even say a word about it?
And be like, hey, I'm heading to the Ducks game.
Like,
like, I'll see you when I get home, sweetie.
My friend, the listener, so-and-so from Miscellaneous, just picked me up. We're on our way to the Ducks game. Here's the problem. I don't think I'd make it to the Ducks game, right? Our show's not over till 5:30. Don't see too many scenarios I can get to Orange County in an hour.
No.
You just take Tony's helicopter.
Not on a Friday for sure.
Not on a Friday for sure, unless Tony's helicopter's down for maintenance right now. Scrape, you know that. Anyway,
dang
they are.
It.
What?
I said, dang it.
I know. They are home, though, to Vegas. Vegas is favored by 1.5, even though it's in Anaheim. The series is tied at 1. Tony Jr., your hockey guy. Who do you like here? Vegas or the Ducks?
Baby.
Come on, you got to go Ducks, don't you hear? Quack, quack, quack across the board.
I'm quacking.
All right. Yeah, I was begging for a ticket, but I wouldn't be able to go. But thank you for anybody who even thought for half a second. That'd be fun to take Chris to the game.
I actually do know a guy that's been asking to take us.
I do remember that. Yeah, I do. Probably not to a playoff game, though. Whoever that is.
They never determined, so I'm cashing it in right now.
You're cashing in for today. All right. Well, if you're out there, take Skraby to the game. All right, Tony, have a good call tonight. Everything. We'll hear from you on the Big Five a little later and our countdown. In the meantime, yes, Gwynn and Chris rolls on.
From the 855.
Craig Stammen joins us here on Gwynn and Chris. And Craig, you get asked pretty much. I'm here every day. You get pretty much asked every day about your lineup. There was a couple times I felt in particular that you were messing with everybody out there.
Why don't you ask him what his lineup's going to be the second game instead of opening day lineup?
We're getting close to that particular time. You haven't really had your whole team as a whole to kind of make that kind of decision, but I would guess that you have at least an idea of where you want to go at this point.
Yeah, I have an idea. Tatis, Machado, Mero are going to bat at the top of the lineup somewhere.
Good thinking, Craig.
I told you I wasn't that smart.
Yeah, touche.
But yeah, I think it's been fun. It's fun to go through spring training and try different lineups, try different things, especially with the guys that were gone for the WBC.
Did that make it a little bit easier to try some things because you kind of were forced to?
It definitely made it a lot easier because there's no way you could write a Padres lineup without Manny and Toddy somewhere in the top 4, and so being able to try different people in different spots and just see how they took to leading off or took to batting second or batting third, batting in the middle of the lineup and how that looked in Cactus League games. So try to take all that information in and then make a good decision on opening day.
Craig, talking about, the fact that you've surrounded yourself with people and you're learning and you're asking, but what kind of thing that said? What kind of things did you feel were important for you as Craig Stammen to try to bring to this job and to this position and situation?
Well, I just tried to be myself, and that was the only thing that I could bring to this situation, this job. And the one benefit I have is I played with a lot of these guys, so they kind of, as long as I wasn't being fake as a player, I am who I was, and I'm trying to be that same person right now. And so that they know they got someone that they can trust and that someone that they can count on, someone that they can talk to. And then also hopefully someone that can put his foot down when he needs to. I think that's part of this role and definitely going to be tough with, some of my best friends. But I think that's also the fun part of it too, is like, who doesn't want to play baseball with their best friends and, figure out a way to win it all.
With this particular group from the pitching side of things, you guys came in, a lot of arms for, a couple of spots. Joe Musgrove sounds like he's not going to be ready for opening day. One of the things I've been trying to impart on people is the difference in how you guys look at it versus how us fans look at it, right? I think we get so excited about opening day and we get our hopes and minds set on that when it's just one of 162.
Right.
How different are things now with kind of the situation with Joe being down, at least at the start, in terms of the competition that you guys have had unfold?
Yeah. You know what? Opening day is special, right? When you're on a squad for opening day, you made the opening day roster. Like, that is a big thing for players. There's no doubt about that. However, like what you said, it is one of 162. It counts the same as game, 150, 130, and 120. So we want our best team for the majority of the season, not just on day one. And looking at the pitching staff specifically, we've got a lot of guys that have track records of pitching well in the big leagues, and they're competing for spots in our rotation right now and in the bullpen. And so, we're going to try to keep those guys around as long as we can and give them opportunities throughout the rest of spring training, and then, see where we're at opening day and, go from there. But, so far those guys have pitched really well outside of maybe a few snafus, but, they're in a good spot right now and ready to help us.
Do you have someone in mind for opening day already?
We have, several pitchers in mind for opening day.
It's not going to be you, Tony.
Yeah.
I can guarantee they're going to be me.
Yeah, we got some good pitchers. That's a good thing. We have choices.
There you go.
Many guys that could do it.
I know we're wrapping this up, and I know you have a lot to do. I want to try to get one question in that hopefully you haven't heard a lot. Have you thought about your first trip out to argue with an umpire in a major situation? Not just chirping, but I mean, something where you got to get out there and really make it happen. If so, have you asked anybody for any ideas or dreamed about how that might look?
It ain't going to look good if it's scripted, put it that way.
Okay.
So, the only thing I'd say is my kids have seen it. Maybe not outside, but my kids have seen it.
They know you got it.
They saw it this morning.
Oh, okay. All right.
If the umpires stop listening, then we, dad mode comes out or whatever. But, it'll happen when it happens.
Okay.
It probably won't be me just getting angry at an umpire. It'll be hopefully me protecting some of our players and showing them that I got their back.
Well, Craig, hey, man, we let you get going, man. We appreciate you coming and spending some time with us. Good luck this year. You got a whole city behind you, my friend.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we've told everybody who'll listen to us that the Craig Stammen we got a chance to know here is going to be in a perfect situation. So we wish you the best.
Helps. We got a lot of good players, so we'll be fine.
No doubt.
That's true.
Craig Stammen joins us here on Gwynn and Chris. And Craig, you get asked pretty much. I'm here every day. You get pretty much asked every day about your lineup. There was a couple times I felt in particular that you were messing with everybody out there.
Why don't you ask him what his lineup's going to be the second game instead of opening day lineup?
We're getting close to that particular time. You haven't really had your whole team as a whole to kind of make that kind of decision, but I would guess that you have at least an idea of where you want to go at this point.
Yeah, I have an idea. Tatis, Machado, Mero are going to bat at the top of the lineup somewhere.
Good thinking, Craig.
I told you I wasn't that smart.
Yeah, touche.
But yeah, I think it's been fun. It's fun to go through spring training and try different lineups, try different things, especially with the guys that were gone for the WBC.
5 favorite people who do what we do. Top 5 podcasts out there that we like. Top 5 talk shows, sports studio hosts. I'll tell you who's not in my top 5, so you don't have to worry about hearing his name. If you're thinking about it, Skip Bayless will not get a mention on my top 5.
I considered him because he is
Well, he's polarizing.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I don't even know that he's polarizing, though. He's just, what would the opposite of polarizing be?
A troll.
Right, because polarizing would mean you actually agree with him sometimes. I don't know that too many people ever agree with him. I think he looks at a subject and he determines what is the opinion that everyone will hate the most, and he goes with that one. So that's why I don't buy it, because I think it is a troll, as you just said. I don't even think he can believe half of the things he says.
The names being called, Skip Bayless on the chat being called. He's just a jerk. Steph
just
said.
A jerk, they said.
Nate said, creepy Uncle Skip.
Yeah. Couple of NFL notes, which are worth mentioning before we get to the countdown. Of course, Padre baseball tonight. Cardinals in for a 6:45, I think. It's an actual 5 minutes extra to get to the game tonight. NFL Referees Association, we mentioned this a few days ago, but it happened officially today. They ratified a new 7-year collective bargaining agreement with the National Football League. If you don't think that's a big deal,
that's a huge deal.
You don't follow the NFL.
Yeah.
You could not have a season with replacement officials. And that isn't even a knock on the guys and gals who would try their best to be replacement officials.
Yep.
It is that hard, I think, to do that job at that level, the speed of the game, the rules, trying to find out and make every one of those calls in real time, and the scrutiny that goes along with every one of those calls, right? You can't make a call without it being looked at by every Twitter account in America.
Including myself.
And yeah, right, me and you. So, right, we're not out of that. So I think these officials are incredible. The NFL, you're going to have a $100 billion industry. You just cannot turn it over to people that aren't qualified. And that's even, to a certain amount, kind of saying that the guys that do it are qualified. I don't know that anyone is 100% qualified to call these games. That's that hard of a job. But the guys they have, or guys and gals, are the best that we've got.
The one thing that I think that they need to change is the roughing the passer penalty. They need to be able to allow the sky judge to either call a penalty or pick it up, because sometimes those late hits or hands to the face or whatever it is completely changes the game. And I would
think it's think they call it too often?
I think they call it, and sometimes it's not warranted. And so I think maybe under 2 minutes you go to the booth and they determine whether or not.
So the booth determines all
under 2 minutes.
Roughing the passer.
Under 2 minutes, yeah.
But then what do we do during the game? Do we throw a flag or not?
Yeah, you throw the flags.
Oh, you throw it,
yeah,
but then it doesn't matter.
But under 2 minutes, you're not going to lose a game because the referee thought you got hit harder than you actually did, or the weight was put down on the middle of them. Because the sky judge can change things, but for some reason they can't change these massive plays. In my opinion, what's the point of having a sky judge?
Well,
if
you're
they
just
can't change
you're just trying to change a rule that always benefits Patrick Mahomes. That's all you're after.
Sure, if you want me to say that, then yeah. But I
mean, look, if the Cincinnati Bengals are not in the Super Bowl still today because some guy put a fingernail on Mahomes as he went out of bounds in the AFC Championship game. You know it, and I know it.
That's why I would like for the sky judge to come in and say, hey, Patrick Mahomes did not.
One of the things that the NFL can easily do, which they haven't yet done, is just make everything viewable and everything challenged. We have the technology now. Just make it reviewable. Stop telling me, I thought the guy poked him in the eye. I'm not really sure about it, but it's 15 yards. And, oh, by the way, it's not reviewable. Like at this point, it's reviewable.
The same thing goes for baseball.
So, baseball, too.
Why can't you review foul balls? You can review foul balls after the base, but you can't before the base.
Right, and what you're referring to is the spinning ball that was, ridiculously called fair when Ty France picked it up. But, yes, as far as review, we had a discussion earlier. If you watch the Padre-Cardinal game last night, I don't think we're being homers. Maybe we are. If you're a Cardinal fan, you think I am, but – Tatis stole second to lead off the bottom of the seventh. That's a huge deal. He's there. He's the tying run. He's got speed, couple of ground balls, and he's in. It's a whole nother game. And they called out, and then they went to review, which is what they should do. That's what it's there for. It's a big moment in the game. Every replay I could see, he was safe. And I'm at the stadium, but I'm looking. That board's pretty big, Skrabe.
Yeah.
And Mike Winters was sitting next to me, the former umpire.
Yeah.
He said he wasn't sure. And so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt in terms of he's got more of an official's eye to it.
I wasn't really sure either.
Well, I thought it was safe. But the point being is that they called him out because there wasn't enough to overturn the call. That is not a good enough reason anymore. As Jesse Agler, Jesse Agler's book title is going to be, he's either safe or out, because Jesse's going to, die on the stone for that, but he should. There's no argument. The guy's hand either touched the base before he was tagged or it didn't. And I even asked Mike Winters, I said, hey, Mike, tie goes to the runner, right? And Mike Winters had a good line. He goes, nope, tie goes to the umpire.
Oh, that's true.
And I thought, well, that's spoken like an umpire. But yeah, back in the day, tie did go to the umpire because whatever the umpire called, that was the call. So it was kind of a funny way of saying that, but it was true. But now it's not that way. You have the ability to look at it. That's a big moment in the game. Again, if there was no replay and they just missed the call, I'd say, tough break. Say la vie, tough break, close call, it went the other way.
Yeah.
But it's not that way anymore. We can look at it. Tatis's hand touched the bag. Everyone in the stadium knew it. 8,000 people. So that bothered me. There's one other NFL. Again, it's not that the Padres won or lost the game. I want the game to be called fairly. And since we've gone ahead now, right, and we're using all of this technology for everything, and because you've heard my argument where I say it doesn't have to be perfect. But since that's what everybody's decided, then let's be perfect. All the plays should be right.
Jesse the other night, actually, I'm just remembering this, but he was complaining about replay and all this stuff. And he was saying, we sent people to the moon like in the 60s, but we can't figure out what a fair foul ball is these days. It's like, like you said, we have the technology.
Yeah.
But Jesse's harangues are pretty hilarious.
Well, I'm going to send that one to Rob Manfred. Jesse might get a fine for.
Do not send that to Manfred.
Jesse,
do not.
We can send a man to the moon. That'll be $10,000. One more NFL note, and this is a lot more fun than the last one. Thursday is the day, Skraby.
For what?
It's not quite Christmas. But it's the day that the schedule will be announced for next season. Do not, me. The minute the schedule comes out, you, like every other football fan, hey, one of the 49ers playing in L.A. What Monday night
no, they're
games
not. They're playing in Australia.
Oh, that's right. The Ram 49er game will actually be in Australia, so they might not be coming to LA.
I'm tired of feeding into the machine.
Get out of
here.
I'm
tired of feeding into I'll watch the games and all that stuff.
What are the Monday night games? Who's playing on Thanksgiving?
Will I
Christmas
check it out the
game?
next day? Sure, but will I go and tear down everything to find out who? No.
Yes, you will.
No, I will not.
Well, guess what?
You're going to do it. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm going to do it for you.
That's
so
fine.
You're not going to have a choice.
I'm not going to do the research.
You're going to
do the research.
I will tell you the whole 49er schedule Thursday afternoon, whether you want to hear it or not.
And I'm okay with that.
I love the release of the NFL schedule for one moment in time. And maybe I only like it so much is because the Dolphins have no chance of winning any games. So when the schedule comes out, there's that 5-6 seconds of hope.
You know what? Do they have like a 3? I'm pretty sure they did. I can't call when they had it, but they had like a schedule release show where they incrementally, slowly released it.
I didn't need that.
That's what they're going to do again. You know this.
Fine. I don't need that. I just want to get the schedule.
You're feeding the beast.
Thursday is the day, and the beast deserves to be fed. The National Football League is king.
It does not deserve to be fed.
Get used to it.
That.
Get used to it.
The beast is going to be fine. It's got a belly full of people.
Your money. Today's countdown with Tony and me and Skraby picking our favorites in the profession that we purport to be in. That's coming up. Stick around. More Gwynn and Chris.
From the first pitch. Do you know how many kids probably in their backyard pause before they go around third base?
I just was at a Little League game yesterday, so I saw plenty of it. Oh,
yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
Todd, you obviously have had some tremendous success in this league, but there's still a long way for you to go. I mean, what is it that you want to accomplish individually? I know we know what the end goal is for this ball club. That's to win a World Series. But for you in particular, what are some of the things you're focused on for yourself this year?
I mean, everybody knows, including myself, there's a next level to my game. And, I've been given a small portion of it, given a small taste to the people out there, including to myself. So, just bring that consistency of what I can really do in a baseball field on a long-term basis. And, hopefully compete for that MVP that I know I'm capable of. But it's a matter of fact, just really putting the work and staying locked in to really make it happen.
Yeah. Last thing for me, Fernando, appreciate this. So obviously, what does winning not one, but, cementing yourself as a great outfielder to win a second, glove, not gold glove, platinum
don't
glove.
shortchange that man.
Especially when you were a shortstop, right? I mean, people kind of forget about this. You did this at a second position. What does that mean to you and just in being able to show people your dedication to your craft?
Man, a lot of hard work, a lot of great people around me helping me, to stay focused out there, to really practice on what it needs to be to get better as an outfielder. But, man, it's just a true blessing, to people to see the hard work, see the dedication, see the the work that we're putting on the field, and really just glad that I made it happen that way, especially like you said, going to my second position. So just hopefully, trying to keep that good work and cement myself even a little bit more to keep winning it, or, keep bringing that gold and platinum. So there's a lot of baseball ahead of me. So just looking forward to that challenge.
Last one for me, Toddy. You sent the Padre folks in a tizzy when you were doing so well in the leadoff spot for the Dominican Republic. They've been peppering Stam here, and if that is going to be the same
as
thing
if
here,
we get to write the name in,
right? Do you have a preference? I know you're going to hit wherever they ultimately ask you to hit, but is there a comfort level at a certain spot?
I don't really know, man. I don't really go where I'm hitting. It's just, I'm really a baseball geek. So I want to see, how is the best construction of our lineup look, and from there, I know I'm capable of checking in on whatever area that you want me to. So I'm more focused on that than where I'm gonna be myself. You know, it's like
how the lineup works best.
Yeah, how can this offense work at its best, and how can everybody check into their best tools? I'm more into that area. So if that's first or second, third, or fourth, I'm gonna be there. So whatever my manager wants me to play the best baseball game this season, I'm gonna be ready for battle.
It's a good thing he said that because Stammen was with us early. Said Fermin's going to bat second. You're batting eighth this year. So I hope that's. He didn't tell you. Oh my God! It was just. I wasn't supposed to say. Thanks, Fernando.
Todd, we appreciate your time, man. Thanks for coming on, spending time. Welcome back, my friend.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
Good to be around.
Do you know how many kids probably in their backyard pause before they go around third base?
I just was at a Little League game yesterday, so I saw plenty of it.
Oh, yeah, 100%. See? Yeah.
Todd, you obviously have had some tremendous success in this league, but there's still a long way for you to go. I mean, what is it that you want to accomplish individually? I know we know what the end goal is for this ball club. That's to win a World Series, but for you in particular, what are some of the things you're focused on for yourself this year?
I mean, everybody knows, including myself, there's a next level to my game. And, I've been given a small portion of it, given a small taste to the people out there, including to myself. So, just bring that consistency of what I can really do in a baseball field on a long-term basis. And, hopefully compete for that MVP that I know I'm capable of. But it's a matter of fact, just really putting the work and staying locked in to really make it happen.
Yeah. Last thing for me, Fernando, appreciate this, obviously. What does winning not one, but, cementing yourself as a great outfielder to win a second, glove, not gold glove,
platinum
glove.
shortchange one man.
Especially when you were a shortstop.
I am the Chris part of that. Tony Gwynn Jr. would be the Gwynn. He's down at Petco Park. Skraby's alongside. We're at the Odyssey Palace Studios, brought to us by Bill Howe. We know how. All of our guests appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better. Earlier, Miguel Andujar, Padres, was our Friar Friday guest. We'll play it again a little later in case you missed it. Probably about 5:15 would be my call. I just went ahead and produced the show for you, Skraby. I don't know if we're actually planning to do that, but
we are. We are because he put me in a good mood.
I did. Yeah, he did. Me too. Put a smile on my face. Kind of just a fun, really happy to be playing baseball, and you can tell.
Yes, you can.
Miguel Andujar, first Friar Friday visit. You'll hear that coming up a little later. But if you can't wait, you can always go to the 973thefansd.com or the YouTube hookups or channels or whatever Skraby's got for you.
At Gwynn Chris SD at 97.3 The Fan SD. You could also wait until a little bit later, and it will be up on YouTube separately.
How do you like all that? Incredible.
How do you like them apples?
Do you like apples?
I do. I love apples.
How do you like the? What movie was that from?
I know it's Matt Damon. It's oh my gosh.
It won the Academy Award
with Robin Williams. What?
It won the Academy Award for Best Screenplay, probably because of that one line. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck wrote that movie before they were really stars, and that helped turn them into stars. I can't remember
the movie. It's right. Like, that feeling where it's like right there.
I know the answer. I'm just letting you stress out. I'm letting you struggle with it. Good Will Hunting would be the name of that one. You like apples? How do you like them apples?
I even know Minnie Driver is like in that movie.
Minnie Driver. Very good. All right. We're going to get to our countdown, top 5. People who do what we do. We have a minute before we do it, maybe a half a minute. Who would you put on the list of people that you don't like to listen to? Like you immediately change the channel. I'll go first. Okay. Pat McAfee.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like to watch him. I just think he's more of a blowhard.
Nick Wright.
Nick Wright. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. There you go. Here's who we do like after traffic.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
A crash on the southbound 5 at the 94 interchange. That is clearing, but delays remain all the way back to La Jolla. Heads up eastbound on the 94-2 for a collision clearing near Euclid Avenue.
This report is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Summer driving season's almost here. Stop by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They'll check your tires, lights, and essential fluids with any oil change. Stay in your car. No appointment needed. Visit SoCal Oil Change for coupons. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Your 15-minute drive-through oil change.
It's now time for Gwynn and Chris to rank their top 5 of the day.
Gonna grip and rip as usual.
But this isn't just a regular top 5 list.
I love it. It sounds sadistic, but I love it.
This is the countdown. And it starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, every Friday we pick a topic, we count it down, our favorites in that category. And today I think a bit of a cross between sports and the business in which we are in, guys. Today's countdown category, name the top 5 favorite people or duos or groups or whatever that do what we do. Present company excluded, by the way, Skraby. No voting for yourself.
Oh, man. Got to find a new number one.
You're going to have to put a new number one in there. But I don't know. Podcasters, sports talk show hosts, TV studio talking heads. Who do you love to listen to? Who makes you stop the channel and listen to them? Who are your top 5 favorite us's out there?
Us's.
Yeah.
Us's.
Number 5.
Let's start with the man who would vote himself first, Matt Skraby.
My list is going to be kind of weird. I just got to tell you.
Well, what should we expect anything
no
different?
Judgment.
Okay.
No judgment.
My number 5 is actually a guy that is quite polarizing in the world. I'm going to say Jeff Passan, because Jeff Passan will give you both sides of the story, and he likes to try to take down Major League Baseball, which I also like to do as well at times. But Jeff Passan, he's a guy who has reporting integrity, things that he says you can believe. He hasn't been involved in any controversies, and he gives good information. So I'll say Jeff Passan.
Jeff Passan, your number 5 guy. All right.
Yes.
I bet he'd be
Now,
pretty
are
pleased
we
to hear
doing
that,
just
right?
individuals? Can we do?
No, you can do.
It can be a whole
Yeah,
show.
you can do
It can
shows.
be a podcast, a team, a duo.
Yeah.
Just whatever you like, Tony. Kind of, it's wide open for you.
All right, I love hip hop, and so I'm gonna go with the Joe Budden podcast at number 5 for mine.
You're gonna have to tell the rest of us dorks what that is, Tony.
very spirit. It's just about 5 or 6 people talking about hip hop culture surrounding it, and things that are current. Debates. It's a fun podcast. If you like.
Is it a weekly one, or do you just kind of download it when it's available?
I think they do a couple a week.
Yeah. All right.
A couple of weeks is good.
Yeah. Give me the name of it again, Tony, so I can make sure I don't accidentally click on it.
The Joe Budden podcast.
Why would you say that? That was rude.
Because it's rude. It's not rude to him. It's a category I would not be interested in.
Maybe you would.
Maybe I would. Maybe I'd actually like it.
He
wouldn't. So don't even try.
See that? He knows exactly what he's saying. All right, my number 5 all-time person that I like to listen to, and this may sound a little local serving. I'm gonna go with Uncle Teddy. I have never. Now we know Uncle Teddy as the voice of the Padres. We know him as even our Channel 8 sports host. I have never been more impressed than I was when I worked in the same station as Uncle Teddy, and he would come in for a 4-hour talk show with no notes. There's nobody maybe in the history that I've ever met that has the gift of gab like Ted Leitner does, and he can make it interesting. He can make it funny. He can make it kind of mean. He can make it a little raunchy. He can talk sports, and if you want to go Vietnam War or World War II, he could probably go there. His wealth of knowledge is incredible. This may, look, I've never told him this straight up, but I just think Ted Leitner, we were lucky to have a guy like that in our community. And I will point out he is starting a new podcast here
with Jim Laszlovic,
and I, for one, will probably tune in from time to time because I really think Ted Leitner is – nobody's ever had the gift of gab like Ted, and that could be anywhere. So I got to get him on my list.
I aspire to have the gift of gab. Like
you have the gift of gab. You're just not as interesting.
I don't think I would say interesting isn't it. I would say I'm not as maybe
well-versed.
Yes, there you go. Well versed.
Okay.
Number 4.
Ted can make anything sound great.
That's just a nice way of saying interesting.
Not interesting.
I am definitely interesting. Okay.
I see.
Okay. I have lots of stuff. I'm wearing a Art the Clown T-shirt today, so tell me I'm not interested. My number 4 is ESPN's Fantasy Focus Football Podcast.
The one that
Field Yates.
Right? So what is yours paying?
It's no. I'm not paying that. That's free. This is free.
For it.
No,
$4 a month.
No.
Costs him $48 a year to finish in 8th place.
Hey, I would never pay for a podcast. That is a free podcast. I listen to the ads.
That is not a fugazi. You did pay for a podcast.
A while. No, I paid for a website to help me, not a podcast.
Okay.
But they have good information. I like their banter. They do change up the cast a little too much. Like, it's not a consistent cast. There'll be one guy this day and another guy this day. But I love it when it's Field Yates and Mike Clay. Those two together, I really like. So, and Stefania Bell as well. So, ESPN's Fantasy Focus.
Stefania Bell, the injury expert.
Yes. Yeah, she is one of the first of those internet doctors, but she was not internet when she started.
Tony Gwynn Jr., number 4.
I'm gonna show my man Alden Gonzalez some love.
That's a good
on
call
the sideline
right
there. I think he does a terrific job. I enjoy his writing style when he does do a breakdown article. And he's a guest on our show pretty frequently, so he gets a bonus for that part. So I'm gonna put Alden at 4 on my list.
I will second that, Tony. Whenever I see Alden on, I stop the channel surfing.
Me too.
I always want to hear what he has to say. Number 4 for me is going to be Mina Kimes. There's a couple reasons why. I think Mina Kimes, first of all, is excellent. Second of all, I believe because of the subject matter in which she deals in, I believe, even though it's completely unfair, that she's had to kind of prove it to everybody that she belongs. And guess what? She's beyond proved it. She's as smart as, if not smarter, than 90% of the NFL analysts that I see during the course of a week. She also doesn't take herself too seriously. She's well informed. She has fun with it. And she gets bonus points because I've seen her and she is outstanding on Jeopardy. She's one of the best celebrity Jeopardy players I've ever seen. Mina Kimes, number 4.
All right.
Great call. You just changed up my 5 right here.
All right.
What's her sidekick's name? Because that's my next one.
No, I don't. It's her dog.
No, it's not a dog.
Yes, her TV podcast, her TV show. She hosted in her house with her
didn't
dog.
know. No, I was talking about the kid we see on TV all the time who is like 12 years old.
Okay, I don't know.
I don't remember his name.
Number 3.
He's not bad though. He is pretty smart.
Okay.
My number 3 is going to be something weird. But it's called Darknet Diaries, and it's a podcast about
Tony.
I know Tony.
Sorry, I told you.
No,
I
it's
wasn't
fine.
gonna judge you.
It's fine. No, it's fine because just wait. Darknet Diaries is about this guy who goes back and retells stories of like major hacking incidents and like things like that.
Okay.
So they go. It's not. I know what you were thinking.
You know how.
It's not like that. No, it's like he goes and finds guys that get out of prison after they've hacked like a government website and changed it to their name or something like that. And so they tell the story of how they came up in the game. And some guys are really good at stealing video games and stuff. So it's very interesting.
So you like listening to criminals?
They're not criminals anymore. They're reformed criminals.
I see.
I like to listen to how they did it in case I ever need to hack a government website, Chris.
Next up, John Wayne Casey. All right, where'd you bury the
John
kids?
Wayne Casey? It's John Wayne Gacy.
Gacy. Yeah, see, I don't follow criminals like you do.
All right, just wait.
I'm going to go ahead and put Mina at 3.
Yeah, good.
On my
All right,
list.
2 votes for Mina today.
I think the football point you made. I mean, that particular sport, right? It is a masculine on top of masculine sport, right? Yeah. And she definitely had to prove that she was worthy. And there's still cats out there talking to her crazy because she's a woman.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, they are.
So right. I put Mina at 3.
All right. Number 3 for me, still my favorite Talking Heads sports discussion show, PTI. I don't think anybody's ever beat it. I favor Wilbon slightly over Kornheiser, but I think the two of them together are fantastic. I think they bring facts to support their opinions. They don't shove it down your throat. They give you what they feel, let you kind of make up your mind. I think there's been a lot of imitators. I don't think anybody's quite clicked as the way they do.
Tony Kornheiser is, I'll just call him old.
He's getting older.
But he has never lost his appeal.
Down. No.
He's never lost his appeal.
Slowed down, but he's still the same guy, though, for sure.
Yeah.
Number 2.
My number 2, I think you guys are going to agree with on this one. When Jay Billis speaks, I listen.
That's
and college basketball, if I need some information, I go and look for what Jay Billis has said about them first, and then I'll take in whatever else I can. But Jay Billis is pretty spot on with most things in college basketball, so I trust him.
That's not bad. Usually you get through your whole list and I don't agree with you. Today you only got to number 2 before. That's good. I like Jay Billis.
Okay. Tony.
I got 2 left. The number 2 person is going to be a play-by-play guy in the NBA. I love Mark Davis. He is kind of like
what team?
The ESPN guy, Mark Davis.
ESPN.
Yes.
He actually formerly ESPN.
That's right. I think he just had his last year.
He just had his last game, but he brings a kind of Stuart Scott feel for a live NBA game. I think he is. I think he's amazing. I put Mark Davis number 2 on my list.
All right. Number 2 for me is probably considered maybe the greatest radio talk show host ever, unless you just completely hate him.
Rush Limbaugh?
No, I don't think you can be in this business if you haven't at least tried to take something away from Howard Stern. There should be a little Howard Stern in all of us, even if you don't like what he does, particularly. There's probably never been a better interviewer on the planet. And in his ability to disarm people, from an adult film star to the president of the United States, he can do a solid interview and get information from them that you and I will find interesting. And he takes a great interest in the people that he interviews. Again, I know there's people that just, Howard, no. For us in this business, I think he's somebody you have to pay attention to and always have.
A lot that goes into radio is Howard Stern has impacted it somehow.
I would think so.
Oh, number 1.
Number 1.
All right, this is where it gets really weird, but this is my absolute favorite podcast. I listen to it all the time. I've listened
ahead of what was the third one? Dark Places?
Dark Night Diaries or Dark Net Diaries. Dark Net Diaries. But this one is aliens, murderers, conspiracy theories.
You just said you didn't like criminals. Now you're back to murderers.
Last podcast on the left is my favorite. I've listened to all 600 episodes, and some of them I've listened to more than once. I love how funny they are. They present it in such a great way. Ed, Henry, Marcus, if you're listening, I know you guys live in LA. I love your podcast. It's one of my favorite things each week, and I appreciate it. So if anybody knows them, tell them that I love their podcast.
How much time we have left in the segment?
I know, sorry.
But can you give me just a little insight into one podcast in terms of what is the subject matter? You gave me a broad. What would they do on a certain given week?
They have done certain figures in history like Heinrich Himmler. They've talked about his life and what he did, and then they'll go all the way to like a house haunting in London, and then they'll explain that, and then they'll do some fun stuff instead of all that stuff. They'll do like Loch Ness Monster and Bigfoot. Okay. So they're all over the place, and I love them.
And you love it all.
Yes. Thank you for allowing me to gush.
Love it all.
Tony Gwynn Jr.
The gush?
Tony Gwynn Jr., I don't think we'll have the same number 1 because it's such a broad category. But I'm concerned that you and I will have the same number 1. So I'm curious to hear who you have.
As an analyst on my end,
right.
And I've been an admirer of his for a very long time, and that is Jalen Rose.
Jalen Rose. Okay.
Big fan of his. Not as a hooper, but I love his analysis style in which he does it. He's very read up, and obviously the knowledge he brings for the NBA. And these are all current guys for me. I could have gone
for sure.
All-time greats for sure. But Jalen's my favorite in terms of the dudes who are out there now.
I'm in the same category as Tony, but it's not Jalen Rose. Because I think I'm going to go with a lot more popular pick. I'm not saying Jalen Rose isn't a solid choice, but I'm going to go with Sir Charles. I would vote for this guy for governor. I mean, I really would. I've heard
that's kind of crazy.
It isn't. I've heard things that this guy talks about that are off the subject of basketball. I appreciate the way he looks at things. His delivery is second to none. His knowledge is solid. He comes up with things I don't think about, and he delivers it all in a way that I absolutely love and enjoy. And he's self-deprecating. Charles Barkley is the king of all of this. In my mind, it doesn't hurt that he's got a great crew with him, man. They all support it and make it great.
Inside the NBA can be an honorable mention for sure.
Well, yeah, most people love that. So I'll go Sir Charles on my top spot.
That was a good topic, guys. Good job, Chris.
All right, fun stuff. But if we really want to know, Skraby, you're right up on the level with all of these guys.
Thank you.
You just don't know it yet.
I appreciate it. I appreciate that.
What do we got next?
Chris versus the fans. 833-288-0973 for your chance to take on Chris in trivia.
Padres Cardinals today.
Gonna go! A grand slam for Laureano.
Pre-game 5:45. First pitch 6:45.
Things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Skraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch. So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Craig. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but I can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
These things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Skraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch. So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Craig. But once again, You're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not used to complimentary to you, but I can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
These things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Skraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch. So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Craig. But once again, if you're a playoff action fan, Knicks and Sixers about to tip off in Philly, Game 3. The Knickerbockers are ahead of the 76ers. 2 games to none. Later tonight, it'll be the Spurs and the Timberwolves. By the way, when do we just run out of time?
For?
Well, we can't call them the 76ers. We don't have time for that. We can only call them the Sixers. And the Timberwolves are no more. They're the T-Wolves or the Wolves. Does everybody have to be?
I call them the Timberwolves.
Okay. I mean, you know, it's like in now I get it when you're texting, right? Because you're trying to save letters.
I'll actually spell it out texting because it usually
by the
pops
time I write LOL and then my phone corrects it 12 times, I might as well just say that's funny.
Yeah.
yeah. I'd probably be quicker. But you know what I'm saying? Everything is abbreviated now.
It is.
Like, I mean, you could do a whole quiz on
what's IDC.
I don't know. Oh, I don't care.
Yes,
I don't.
LMK.
IDK is I don't care. What?
LMK.
I don't know. Which one?
LMK.
Let me know.
Okay, good.
But you can get me on a few of them easily.
I don't use those very often.
You don't use them much?
What about ROTFL? You're never going to get this, I don't think.
RO what? TFL?
ROTFL.
Oh, I was thinking of like right on Thursday Night Football.
Rolling on the floor laughing.
Rolling on the floor laughing.
ROTFL.
Wow. Okay, yeah, I didn't know that one.
What about the last one? LMAO.
That
you can't
I
say
got.
this one.
Yeah, laugh my you know what off. No, I know that one. Because I know mostly because of wasn't there a singer LMFAO or something?
Oh yeah, there is. There were. I think they were like DJs or something.
Okay. Anyway, we'll try to speak
we're cool.
Full words as we go along here. This is Chris. That's Skraby. This is the Bill House Studios. We know how. I thought our countdown was fun. I really shouldn't say it all. I'm surprised by any of your selections.
Thank you. I'd like to be all over the place.
All over the place. No, you're in one place. You're in that really weird place that nobody really normally goes to, but you love.
That's not true.
Conspiracy theories, aliens.
Last podcast on the left is a very popular podcast.
Yes, because there's a lot of crazy, weird, nutty people like you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. It's not that there are few of you. There are many of you that are just a little bit odd.
By the way, did you hear that the government released more UFO files today? And apparently they've released some Apollo missions and what they found. But really, they still haven't given us proof.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's no definitive
Thank you.
Like I need an alien to just walk out on stage.
Thank you. Everybody is sure that this exists, but no one has a photo in a world where we all carry around cameras everywhere we go. It's just not possible.
People have photos. We just don't believe the photos are
or
real.
Or they photo something and they say, see that little white dot up there? That was following us for 100 miles.
You also have the people that play
that's
pranks.
Not going to give it to me.
That play pranks and ruin it for all the people that actually had something happen.
That's the one thing I can't get past on the alien thing. And I'm open to discussion, but we just would have seen one by now. There's no way.
We have, but no one believes it.
I've heard they're underwater. You know what? If they're underwater, then I don't care. They're not affecting me at all. Just stay underwater. Everyone's like, well, there's aliens underwater. Great. Tell the fish. They're going to affect me in any way. But if there's aliens out there and they're among us, show me some proof. That's all I'm asking. Oh, they come to Earth. Where do they land? Why is nobody ever around? Anyway, that's my argument. That's the thing I can't get past.
There's plenty of simple answers for that.
What simple answers?
What if they have some sort of technology that kind of like Men in Black where they just erase your brain real quick? They are aliens.
Oh, brother.
I know. Now we're going in a weird direction.
What'd you just say? I didn't hear that, huh? What was that? What did they hold up on Men in Black?
It was like
a device that erased your brain.
It flashed red thing in your eyes.
Yeah.
SD Mike says anything advanced enough to travel that far can probably stay hidden. That is a great answer.
Okay, well, it's a good answer, but it's like when my dog barks at nothing.
It's a ghost.
And my wife goes, hey, there must be a ghost. If it is, so be it. It's not affecting me any. I don't see it. I don't feel it. I don't notice it. If there are aliens and they're all around us, yet they can't be detected, then there really aren't aliens. Because
that's not true.
Though. Yes, it is true. There's no effect on you or me or anyone else.
Say that.
Huh?
You cannot 100% say there are no aliens.
Until I see some proof from all these people who swear that they're there. That's what I'm going with. I'm sorry.
I don't blame you.
I tend to believe in things that I can see. I know that's being a little bit ridiculous, probably.
No, I don't blame you for this at all. I think that is actually the rational way to think about it. But really, I think that the space is so big. There's no chance we are the only living
Skraby.
things.
Don't doubt that. That in the Milky Way out there, and there's another Milky Way, and maybe infinite Milky Ways.
There's plenty of solar systems.
Absolutely,
there's different planets.
You won't get an argument from me on that.
Oh, the neuralizer is what the Men in Black tool is called. Thomas Andrews.
But the fact that on my way down to the car tonight, I may encounter 2 or 3 aliens. Not something I'm counting on.
Okay, I can give you that.
All right, let's try a little Chris versus
Or that
the
would
fan.
be a really crazy night.
Yeah, if it happens, I promise to take a picture and I'll show all of you so that we can clear it up once and for all.
No one else imagined Chris taking a picture with an alien.
I would do it.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
One of the ways you get to play Chris versus the fans is if you hang on hold while Chris and I argue about aliens for 10 minutes.
Right. People give up and then they open up a spot for you.
If you win, you will be qualified for a shot at the grand prize, a $500 gift card to Westgate, Las Vegas, the home of legendary Vegas fun, now offering the breakaway from fees package, including a $75 daily dining credit, 2-day spa passes, daily cabaret tickets, complimentary valet parking, and $0 resort fees. Special rates starting at $89 a night. Book now at westgatelasvegas.com. The rules: you have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know before you get into it, and that you'll get the first question for free today. All right.
Good.
Let's go to Michael. Hello, Michael. Michael. Hello. Hello. You ready to play, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go.
He's ready. Hello, Michael.
What?
It's an alien taking over my body and welcoming him to the show.
I see.
Yes.
Aliens don't speak in English. Come on.
They don't. That's another thing.
They probably. Never mind. I'm not going to go farther.
Yeah.
All right, Michael. Here we go. What team defeated the Chiefs in Super Bowl 60 2 years ago? Or wait, 59. I'm sorry.
59.
Philadelphia Eagles.
He's on it.
That is correct.
By the way, Michael, you're off and rolling.
Need to give you that. There you go. Question number 2. All right, I'm going to give you names. You're going to tell me what team they all played for, or what team they all played on together. Just the
These
team
are
name.
really tough.
And this is
for
Major
me.
League Baseball, and I've tried to make it a little bit easier. Ty France, Tyler Stevenson, TJ Friedel.
The Reds.
The Reds is correct.
I like it, Michael.
2024
Very
Reds.
good.
I forgot that Ty France went there.
Los Rojos.
By the way, can you still figure out why no one wanted Ty France this offseason?
Yeah, thankfully they didn't.
It boggles my mind.
We appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, third question. You get this right or Chris gets it wrong and you're qualified for that prize. Which NHL goalie has the record for most career wins?
Total? Ever?
Ever.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Tough
I'm
one.
not a big fan of NHL.
NHL. Who's won more games than anybody? That's a good one.
Wayne Gretzky?
Wayne Gretzky. Yeah, well, we know one thing. Michael, not a hockey guy. That's funny. It's not funny. You're not funny, Michael, but it's not possible.
It's funny because Wayne
unfortunately,
Gretzky was
for
not
Gretzky, to win that. But I thought it was interesting. You know, look, we don't all know everything. I think it's Martin Brodeur. Yeah, close.
Sorry,
though. It was,
Michael.
he pulled it out in recent times. Michael's like, Martin who? Like what?
I
would
would
know
have
who that is. Yeah.
If it was me, like guessing, I would have probably said Patrick Waugh.
He was right up there for a while. The two of them were pretty close to it. Before that, you have to go down to names like Jacques Plante. That's like a hockey goalie name for you.
Thank goodness I know it's Patrick Waugh and not Patrick Roy.
Right? Yeah, you're in the minority of that. Patrick Waugh, who by the way had one of the greatest comebacks ever to a trash talk that I ever heard.
What?
When Jeremy Roenick said that Patrick Waugh was overrated during a playoff series, Patrick Waugh said, and he was asked about it, he said, "Can you believe Jeremy Roenick said you're overrated or you're this or that?" And Patrick Waugh said, "I don't know. I didn't hear him. I have my 2 championship rings are plugging up my ears."
Yes.
That is one of the great comebacks of all time.
That is a great comeback because you can't say anything back.
Damn right.
Nothing.
Yeah, he had the final answer there.
All right, David, you're up next. Hello, David.
How you guys doing? Big Country here.
Oh, Big Country.
Big. All right,
here we go, Big
for
Country.
the third time.
Yes.
This is your day, hopefully, Big.
What Padre has driven in the most runs this season?
RBI leader right now.
RBI leader right now.
Been hot all year long.
Holy Sheet.
Holy Sheets.
Sorry, Big Country.
I
but
love
stay
Big
there.
Country, and I can't even get on this bus after this. Bogarts is the leader. Darn it. Sorry, Big Country.
We appreciate
you. I would help and cheat, but you can't. I can't. And that's why you respect me. But I appreciate you coming on.
That's why you respect
Well, that's
me,
why he
Chris
likes
says.
the show. If people thought I was just handing it over to people, that would be
Who did you
fun.
hand it over to the other day?
Nobody. Never
He
handed
it
one
over
over.
to someone the other day.
All
All right, here we go. Kyle. Hello, Kyle. Oh.
Hey, what's going on, boys? Sorry, I had a cheeseburger in my mouth. What's up?
Hey,
How we
good for
doing?
you.
What kind of cheeseburger?
No kidding, man.
Like what? From where?
A smash burger from the golf course.
All
righty.
right. Very nice.
He's got a.
No shout outs. Sorry.
With all due
You're
respect,
good.
Kyle, I don't care for you right now. You have cheeseburger and golf course in the same sentence,
That's
and
true.
I'm sitting here. So,
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
all right, good luck.
All right, here we go, Kyle. Question number 1. Oh, whoops. I just put Kyle on hold on accident. All right, he's still there. What Lakers star is currently out during the playoffs?
Luka Doncic.
There we go. Correct.
Yep. Good warm up there.
All right. Question number 2. This might be interesting because you were at a golf course, but who was the first golfer to win the Masters tournament 4 times?
First to win it 4 times.
Yes.
I'm blanking right now. Not Brooks, right? Brooks Koepka?
Brooks Koepka. Not Brooks Koepka.
It's okay.
Rory McIlroy will be there soon.
Oh, stop it. First time to win. I'm going to say Arnold Palmer. Not sure, though. That's a hard one. Oh, sorry about that, Kyle. Hey, don't worry about it, Kyle. You're at a golf course and you're eating a cheeseburger.
Yeah. Now I'm hungry.
Life couldn't be a lot better.
Now I'm hungry.
You ask me, Skraby, that would be high on my list of things I'd like to do.
Eat a cheeseburger,
like
be at a golf course? Me too.
Like every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Arnold Palmer was amazing.
He was back in the day, man. We don't really appreciate Arnie as much from this era because there aren't many of us who really saw any of what he did.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, for the first time, because we got to go tiebreaker. We talked about aliens for way too long. I'm going to ask about Arnold Palmer and his career on the
Arnold
PGA
Palmer's
Tour.
The tiebreaker guy today. Okay.
Yes. Let's go to the next longest holding person, Jason in San Diego. Hello, Jason.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hi, Jason. Good to have you on, man.
So
good luck.
Here is how this works. I'm going to ask Chris a question. He's going to give me a number, and then Jason is going to tell me if the actual number is higher or lower than what Chris said. I think that's the best way I've ever explained it. All right, Chris. Out of this is going to be a random. I can't do that to you yet. How many wins did he have in his career?
How many tournaments?
It doesn't tell me that.
Well, okay, but
yeah. How many tournaments did he win?
How many tournaments did he win? Just in case. I mean, Jason wants a little perspective. I mean, Tiger is up there with 81, I think, tied with Sam Snead for the record. So Arnold Palmer can't be higher than that. I'd say he's about maybe halfway to that. Arnold Palmer. He won an awful lot. I'm going to say 38.
38 wins. Jason, is the actual answer higher or lower?
Chris, you said 38.
I did.
I'm gonna go with higher.
Higher. You are correct, Jason.
Hey, Arnie comes through for you.
Stay right there.
Arnold Palmer.
He had 62 wins in his career.
I wasn't even close. I'm usually much closer than that.
His earnings it's gross.
62. He won what, $100,000?
More than that, but
when
not
he played,
by much.
Yeah, when he played, they didn't get much.
Career earnings, $1.8 million. That's like
that's one tournament
place,
now, right?
Third place in one tournament now.
Wow, that is kind of sad when you think about it in that regard.
But he's honestly, I mean, he's doing fine, and his family's doing well.
Oh, Arnold Palmer
he's passed away, so he's not doing fine. His family is fine.
But when he was alive, Arnold Palmer made probably more money on endorsements than almost any athlete ever, at least in his day. And then, I mean, look, if you wanted just an idea of how popular Arnold Palmer was in our world, understand that nobody goes to a restaurant and orders a Jack Nicklaus. They just don't have them.
That is true.
Don't have a Tiger Woods either, frankly.
It's true. You
can get an Arnold Palmer.
In Happy Gilmore too, Jack Nicklaus has a really funny cameo when he's telling the guy who I think it's Travis Kelce. He goes, "You want an Arnold Palmer?" And Jack Nicklaus keeps saying, "No, I'm Jack Nicklaus."
Yeah,
it's really good.
Yeah, he didn't get it. Quick scoring update in the NHL. Wow, take one glance down. Canadiens 2, Buffalo 0, and only 5 minutes into the game. Game 2. More Gwynn and Chris coming up after we check some traffic. Good job by you, Jason. From the 8th. Skraby has something that you need to know, and he needs to say it before I tell you what you need to know.
The way you put that together. I forgot to do this last time. I am not going to forget to do it this time.
Yeah.
But we had our winner, Jason, from Chris vs. the Fans, but he just wanted to shout out Barbarians Baseball in Chula Vista. So there you go. Shouting you out, Barbarians Baseball. Thank you for playing, and thanks for listening, Jason.
Appreciate everybody out there who follows the program. And we will be coming to a high school field near you soon. Update, Skraby and I and Sammy will all be taking part in the soon-to-be-announced, it looks like, flyball catching contest. Like whether we want to do it or not, I believe it's going to be happening. Stay tuned for details. One quick note, and then we got a quick segment here. Do you know who the Padres, Skraby, first-round draft choice was in 2022? Not that long ago, 4 years ago. Padres first-round draft choice. He's making his major league debut today. Does that help you? Here's another clue. He is not making that major league debut for the Padres. He's no longer a Padre.
I can't even think.
All right. Robbie Snelling is who the answer who we're looking for. Robbie Snelling is now with the Miami Marlins. He was called up to the big leagues to make his major league debut tonight. And welcome to the big leagues, Robbie. The Washington Nationals put 3 on the board in the top of the first. Doesn't mean like his career's over. I'm just saying it's a tougher than you'd want start.
Yeah.
3-1 if you're keeping track, Nationals over the Marlins. I don't remember who we traded to get Robbie Snelling. I know we made so many deals there that year.
It may have been the Lisa Rise.
I think you must be, because it was Miami, right?
Yes,
it had to be a Rise.
Let me see how he got
Jorge Alfaro, maybe trade too. I don't remember.
It was the Miami Marlins. They acquired Robbie Snelling and Adam Major and Graham Pauley and Jay Bashirs. Oh, it wasn't that. It was actually a pretty good trade for the Padres. Tanner Scott and Brian Hoeing. So it was 4 for 2 guys.
Yeah, but we don't have any of those guys.
No, but that year Tanner Scott was awesome.
Tanner Scott helped us. I don't know. I'd call that trade pretty even at the moment, with a chance for it to be slanted towards Miami in the end.
Why would you say that?
Well, Graham Pauley just got sent back to the big league, or to the little leagues, the minor leagues. Well, Robbie Snelling's just starting his career. I mean, we don't have anybody just starting their career left out of that trade, right? Hoeing's been hurt the whole time pretty much now. Tanner Scott's long gone. So I'd say that, we got something out of Tanner Scott. But if Robbie Snelling goes on to be a 3-time All-Star, we're going to lose that one. Could happen.
It doesn't matter.
Now, I'm looking at something different. We got the Arise thing was the one where we had to send Jacob Marcy to the Marlins.
And Woo-Suk Go?
We lost Woo-Suk Go.
That poor guy he introduced himself to the Padres, and then he was shipped to Miami.
And then they shipped him back to wherever he came from, right?
I think he's back in the. Oh, he is. He's back in the KBO.
Yeah, he didn't.
Wait, no, that's wrong. He's with the Tigers minor league system.
Is he? Woo-Suk. Good luck, buddy. Come on, we're pulling for you.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. We got Big Five stuff. Tony will be back in the building later on. It's Padres and Cardinals. It's game 2, and you're going to need to listen to it here on 97.3 The Fan, because otherwise it's Apple TV night, and good luck finding it.
Play your
Chris, 435. Who knows where Skraby will take us today? Sixers lead the Knicks early, 27-20 first quarter. Traffic, Big Five.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
No major problems to report, but the southbound 5 is sluggish from La Jolla Village Drive into downtown. Southbound 805 is an identical ride, and southbound 163 is heavy from the 52 to the 94.
This report is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Got miles ahead? Make sure your car's ready. Swing by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They'll check tires, lights, and essential fluids with any oil change. Stay in your car, done fast. Coupons at SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Your 15-minute drive-through oil change.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, Chris and I are broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how, and Tony Gwynn Jr. back at Petco Park ahead of tonight's City Connect Friday game against the St. Louis Cardinals. But we have a very, very hot team in baseball right now, and that team would be the Chicago Cubs. Thankfully, the Padres have already played them once already this season, but they've won 19 of 22 games and have a 15-game home winning streak currently in progress. And in the last month, they had both a 10 and a 9-game winning streak. So, Chris, you're up first. Are the Cubs for real?
Before we go too far, that we're into the Big Five, and we've got Tony on from the ballpark. I'm just upset that people can't. Oh, no, there he is. Get back in there. Get back over there, Dave. I want to congratulate Tony for having a celebrity guest, former Masters winner Dave Marcus, in the booth with him today. There in his green. He's got his green. There he is.
He got his headphones off now, so he can no longer see you.
But he's got the green. He wore the green today. And
he sits down for it.
Yeah, Tony was like, Dave thinks he won the Masters. I was like, you know what? You can't get away with anything around the ballpark. You know what I mean? No matter what you wear, they're gonna take a shot at you. But welcome to the program. It's nice to have you with us, sir, Marcus.
I wasn't sure if he was going to talk or not.
Yeah, I don't know if he was.
Okay, all right. Are the Cubbies for real?
He's getting ready for work. Can't.
He's preparing.
I know.
All right.
It's a process.
And for those of you driving on the radio, I'm sorry you can't see the green jacket that Dave Marcus is wearing.
To be fair, it's actually not a green jacket. It's a green polo shirt.
Yes.
So, he doesn't have the full whole Masters, but it's working in the same color.
I get you.
He's going to change it to a Masters polo when you win. That would be awesome, actually. Anyway, Chris, are the Cubs for real?
Well, I mean, the Padres beat them, first of all. The Cubs end up, I think, winning the other 2 games of the series. So, but I thought all 3 games were great. So if you're going to tell me the Cubs are for real and they're all that, then the Padres are right there with them. But they're just playing incredibly well right now. It's May. If I was a Cub fan, I'd rather this be, early September. And I credit the job that Craig Counsell's doing. Because they have their share of injuries too. I mean, they've got a lot of pitchers that have been out. It's not like it's been, rolling along without any hiccups. So they're showing what good teams do and finding ways to win and, getting contributions from pretty much everybody up and down their lineup. It's interesting too. You think of Michael Busch, who had 34 home runs last year. I don't think he hit his first one. Hello, Padre fans. I don't think he hit his first one till last week. So, where have we heard that? Before, and he's one of the key guys on that club. But yeah, they got a really good ball club. They're going to be there at the end. But I don't think that I'm running away scared of what the Cubs are doing. I just think they're having a really good streak right now.
Tony, are the Cubbies for real?
Yeah, the Cubbies are for real. They're not unbeatable, but they're certainly playing the best baseball right now. They catch it. They got some thump really up and down their lineup 1 through 9. Somebody can get you. And the question will be, will the pitching be able to hold it down? We know that they already are without Horton. They just recently lost Boyd to a freak injury with his fam.
Justin Steele's not coming back anytime soon either. So
I think Steele comes back sometime after the deadline. So
yeah, that's three
after
guys
the
right
break.
There.
So can these guys filling in or who are in the rotation? We saw Jameson Taillon threw terrific against the Padres. Can he pitch like that throughout the season? I think that'll be the question for the Cubs.
All right.
Number 4.
Real quick to Tony's question for Tony. Craig Counsell, is he all that? The Cubs really
a bag of potato chips.
Well, I'm not trying to disparage the guy. I want to hear what Tony thinks of a guy that's considered one of the best managers in baseball. And
Aren't
if he is
former teammates too.
Well, I'm saying if he is one of the best, what do you think makes him such, Tony? Because the Cubs gave up stuff to get him. I mean, it paid a lot of money to bring him away from Milwaukee.
No, Counts is definitely that good. I mean, Quinn Berry, who's their third base coach, is one of my best friends, and he definitely speaks very highly of Counts. Now, I know Counts as the player, and I always knew him as the dude knows everything about baseball, and he thinks it really fast. So yeah, I think he's worth whatever it is that the Cubs gave up.
Well said. That and a bag of potato chips.
Yep. I wonder if it was kettle cooked or just regular.
You are
move on, Skraby, please.
The comedy stylings of Matthew Skraby.
Number 4.
I'll be here all night.
Yes, try the liver.
Unfortunately,
try the liver. Gross. My mom, when I was little, used to threaten us: if you guys keep being the way you are, we're going to eat liver and onions for dinner.
Well, at least your mom threatened you. My mom just gave it to me.
Oh, gross.
There's no way to earn my way out of
it. The New York Jets and running back Breece Hall are in agreement on a 3-year, $45.75 million deal per NFL Network's Ian Rappaport, and also per Breece Hall. Just last year, he was basically openly pleading to be traded from the team. They didn't do that. They franchise tagged him, and then they gave him this deal, which makes him the third highest paid running back in the NFL. Some are saying that he might have been better off waiting for free agency because he's going to be stuck on the Jets for the next 3 years. And if he has a good season, he can make a ton of money. Tony, is this the right move to accept this contract, or should he have tested free agency after this year?
I don't know that you can afford to wait as a running back. They decide any day that they don't want to pay a running back, and you're out of luck. So get your cheese. This is exactly the move my man and Jerry Maguire made, right? Like he was disgruntled. He wanted to get paid. He asked for a trade, and then all of a sudden they showed him the money. And he was ready to sign.
Changed up, didn't it? Yeah,
Rod Tidwell.
Rod Tidwell.
Yeah, Rod Tidwell. That's right. And so, I think especially in that position, we've seen how poorly they have been treated, and I mean a lot of the running backs. It does feel like it's starting to change a little bit in terms of how they're viewing these guys, but you never know. They could decide tomorrow that they change their mind and you get no money. So yeah, get the money while you can. I think this is a good deal.
Chris?
First of all, I remain bitter after all these years that as a supporting actor in Jerry Maguire, myself, that Rod Tidwell beat me out for the Oscar that year. Or Cuba Gooding Jr. beat me out.
That's messed up.
Yeah, I thought it was right there. Secondly, everything Tony just said, plus one thing with Breece Hall. Sorry. He would have been playing this year on the Jets, trying to earn money for next year.
Right.
So
that's an even better point.
Right. He might end up only getting 600 yards because the Jets are, trying to figure themselves out. You know what I mean?
Didn't even think about that.
So he wouldn't be able to have a very good year and then go into free agency and say, well, I rushed for 1.3 yards per carry last year.
But then he can say, I was on the Jets, though.
He could try that, but believe me, that's not going to work, right? They're going to look at the stats that favor them. So, yeah, take your money. And look, even the blind squirrel, type thing, the Jets might eventually get something together, and he might be lucky to be a part of that. So you never know.
Okay.
Number 3.
The 49ers have received a lot of criticism from draft people after selecting Indiana running back Kalen Black with the 90th overall pick. He's labeled as a reach, is what people are saying. Kyle Shanahan has been defending this since the day they made the pick. Quote, "We had him as the second rated back on the board, so that's our evaluation, right or wrong. That is our evaluation." Kalen Black has heard the critics, and he said, quote, "It makes me want to go harder. I got to prove my coach right. I'd be lying if I said I haven't seen the backlash that he's been getting for the pick. But we just stay the course. We stay focused, and we're going to keep moving and try to prove him right." Chris, my question is, why are certain guys scrutinized and others aren't?
What do you mean?
Like, why is Kalen Black, he goes and he wins a national championship, has a pretty good season, but all the draft fans out there are like, oh, he's the worst pick of all time. I'm just trying to figure out, like, why some guys are not scrutinized, but others are.
Well, first of all, is this even a topic they'd be discussing in San Francisco, or are we just doing extra 49?
Oh, no. They're talking about this because they're trying to determine, just like we would, is this a bust of a pick?
All right, good. Well, I always like a little bonus 49er talk, especially on a Friday.
Stop!
But having
this is a good topic.
All right, it's a good topic. Secondly, here's exactly the way the draft works and the draft analyzing works, and the world of Mel Kiper works, and the world of all these guys work, okay? They have to sit there themselves and put together a list from top to bottom of who they think the best are at a certain position. And then it is their job to tell all of us what they have come up with in their research. If an NFL team, and in this case the 49ers, sees it differently than they do, then they have to be critical of the pick, because they have to back up their own,
reporting and
their
ranking.
own, the way they rated this guy.
Yeah.
Mel Kiper, I mean, he's the easiest example, but if he says this guy's the 10th best running back and then the 49ers pick him second or third, then Mel Kiper can't say, well, that's a really good pick by the 49ers. He has to say, well, that's a really stupid pick by the 49ers, because he himself had the guy lower. The perfect attitude was Kyle Shanahan's. He's betting on himself to know a little more than Mel Kiper does. And chances are he might be right.
He probably does.
He might be right. So, that's why I think a guy like this running back, Kalen Black, it's nothing he did. It's just that he got rated low.
Yeah.
So the draft guys have to pan the pick, or else they'd look bad.
Tony, what do you have to say about this? Why are some guys scrutinized and others are not?
I think even from the Mel Kipers of the world, they're kind of paid to do this. I think the problem is when we start putting stocks in the comments of those saying, because now you just got regular people who probably didn't do as much studying on this guy,
right,
kind of just going with the Joneses and the masses that everybody else is saying. And that gets, now with social media, that also now gets kind of coupled all together with the Mel Kipers. And so it in some ways it fuels that conversation even more. And that in some ways, in a lot of ways, it fuels that conversation even more. I don't know that my man is the worst pick ever, but we have more voices commenting on the pick as if it's the worst pick ever now, where it used to just be the Mel Kipers and the, that group of guys commenting, which was
there's
normal.
a few people now. There's a few hundred people.
Now there's a few 100 million people talking about it, and I just think it only makes it feel like there's actually, there are more voices, but not as many that there probably are just as many that actually matter on the subject than there was before. We just hear the other ones now as well.
Qualified voices versus unqualified.
Well, they might even be qualified in terms of all the research they do. I mean, I'm sure Mel Kiper doesn't just, grade this stuff out of thin air. I think he puts the time in. The problem
that's what I'm saying. Not the Mel Kipers. They do the time. It's just everybody else that just gets chiming in.
The problem that I've had over the years with this and the draft is very simple. If they could show me a tape of Mel Kiper over a 5-year period, or people like Mel Kiper over a 5-year period, And on one side, they put a tape of all the guys they said are can't miss, going to the Hall of Fame, going to be the greatest player ever. And on the other tape, they put all the guys that they say are complete reaches and absurd picks. I bet you the two groups end up being pretty much the same when it comes to production on the field.
Maybe.
I mean, it seems like there's just as many reaches who have a good NFL career as there are sure things.
I think you just gave yourself a project.
Yeah, well, I won't be doing it.
That seems like something you would enjoy doing, honestly.
No, because I'd have to go watch all the NFL draft coverage again. I'm not doing that.
Man, that would be a terrible place for you to go.
Yes, it would. Dark.
All right, we got to pick up the pace just slightly, but Mark Madden is a Pittsburgh sports radio host and columnist, and he wrote about the Aaron Rodgers saga, and it sounds like Pittsburghians are with the rest of the country. Pittsburghers are with the rest of the... I like Pittsburghians better. Pittsburghers are with the rest of the country. The title of the article was, quote, "A city breathlessly awaits Aaron Rodgers' arrival," end quote. The subheadline said, quote, "The best part of this saga might be the absurdity." So he is writing about how crazy this is. And Aaron Rodgers has built up league equity to make this decision dramatic every year. Tony, is Aaron Rodgers' play worth putting up with the dramatic decision?
Yes, because they don't have anybody else.
I know.
So, what do you expect? If you're gonna wait this long, then you get what you get. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't think Aaron Rodgers can still play some good enough football to get a Pittsburgh team in the playoffs. But I feel like this is one of those low-hanging fruit articles without having read it, right? Because it's so easy to look through the whole, this is absurd, and then cheer for him as soon as he comes out and scores a couple touchdowns for your team.
Yes,
right?
he'll be the first guy in the locker room handshaking him.
100%, because everybody wants their team to win. So, yeah, I think he's not wrong. It is absurd. It's not like it's Lamar Jackson that they're like waiting on, or why am I forgetting my man in Buffalo?
Josh Allen,
or somebody
Joe
like
Burrow.
that.
I almost said Josh Kelly, which would be a combination of Josh Allen and Jim Kelly.
Whoa.
Yeah, just so you know, I mean, this is how out of season we are.
That would be a really good football player, though.
Be pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. So I think I understand the sentiment that he's making, but it does feel like the easy article to write when there's nothing going on for football right now.
Yeah.
First of all, as much criticism as I've had for Aaron Rodgers, not most of it does not come from his play. The Steelers did make the playoffs under Aaron Rodgers' leadership last year. They were there. They hosted a game. They won their division.
Too bad he was held back by Mike Tomlin.
All right, exactly. The terrible coaching of Mike Tomlin. So Aaron Rodgers delivered at least that much. I'm not a fan of Aaron Rodgers and his whole way of going about things. But this is what the Steelers knew when they got into bed with Aaron Rodgers. Yes. So it shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. And Tony's right. If this columnist or somebody wanted the Steelers to act differently, then give them a different option because they don't have one right now.
No, they do not.
Number one.
All right, here's a little sports.
And that actually could be the article. Like, why don't we have a quarterback in tow right now?
That's a fair article.
Fair article, yes. The other one is...
You have no future at that position. If he gets hurt this year, Mason, what is his name? I almost said Mason Miller, but that's not it. Mason Rudolph.
I thought they would bring back Antoine Randall.
That would be
wide
sweet.
Receiver turned quarterback.
Why not Cordell Stewart?
Or that. Slash.
Here's a little sports court issue. A dude bought a house after moving to a different state when he got a new job. So he chose a house and was really excited about it. But after he moved in, he realized one thing. The next door neighbor uses the street as their company's parking lot. He's got an electrician company with 4 company vehicles. The house is in a cul-de-sac, but the main street is where the 4 trucks are parked when not in use. If he needs to, I'm talking about the guy who just bought the house. If he needs to have someone, come over or work on his house, they can't find parking sometimes because all of these trucks are out on the street. So this guy confronts the neighbor and said that, hey, can you allow a little bit of room for other vehicles? The neighbor responded with, not my problem, call the city if you want. So this guy doesn't want to go down that path. Chris, should he?
Yes.
Call the city.
I guess his second option is to, put some Molotov cocktails in the.
How did I know this was going to be violent?
Trucks.
You don't want to put a Molotov in the glove. You just throw the Molotov.
Well, I didn't say I wanted to do it. I said I want to call the city, but I don't really have a lot of other options. The guy doesn't want to speak to me. He doesn't
want to go down that path, though. He doesn't want to start war with his neighbor.
He's already started war with his neighbor because if he ever wants to get a place to park, I don't think he has much other option.
Tony, what do you think?
I mean, to me, the neighbor is clearly,
a jerk. We all can agree here.
But sometimes it's the only way you can deal with a jerk.
I think he can call the city all he wants, but
I don't know if they can do anything.
It's a first come, first served deal. And he lives there. I mean, it's not very considerate of your neighbors, but I don't know that he's doing anything wrong per se.
Well, you know what you got to do? Maybe you got to fight fire with fire, and you sit there with an army of relatives, people who wait in their car.
We can both play this game
They
now.
wait in their
those
car
cars
around
got
the
to move
corner.
at some point.
And as soon as one of these trucks leaves, neighbor pulls in, parks their car, and they're out of there. And you do this for a while until he's got nowhere to park his stuff. I mean, you have to fight fire with fire sometimes if you're not going to go the other route.
Would it surprise you guys at one point in my life, I called the city on a vehicle that hadn't moved in 3 weeks and had a flat tire and was just sitting in front of my house?
No, it surprised me at all.
And what did the city tell you?
They came in, they towed it.
Oh, I thought they would just arrest you for being a nuisance to the city.
No.
Why was this car bothering you?
Because it was clearly being stored on the street in front of my place. I could not get a parking spot, so I waited for it to leave, but then the flat tire happened. And no one had moved it, so I called the city.
Kenny.
They came
Your
and
new
towed
name's
it.
Kenny.
I'm not a Kenny. No,
Kenny.
3 weeks
You're
is plenty
Kenny.
of time for an abandoned vehicle.
Kenny.
Okay.
Kenny.
You know what?
Kenny.
When we talk about issues and problems we
Kenny
have in this
Skraby.
world, most of it can be traced back to Skraby and people like him.
No, that's not true. The
Yes,
people
it is
that are
true.
the people that I'm trying to stop are the
I
problem.
would say, wait, were you born in like the 90s?
No, I was born in 85.
I'm ashamed to say that you was born in the 80s, man, after that move right there.
You would just allow some decrepit RV to sit in front of your house for 3 weeks?
Your
I
house?
complain about it.
No,
I
your
don't complain
house.
about
No,
it.
your house.
No,
the
about
one you live in. You
Sorry,
mean.
Tony.
I complain about it, but I don't know how that has somebody stuff to hold.
I think this guy's got to line up an army of relatives and start
I
taking the
do
guy's
like that
spots
idea.
away.
I agree. I love that. I'll play that game for sure.
That would be
all the-
his relatives would probably enjoy it. They'd have some fun with it.
We do not endorse putting Molotov cocktails in the glove box.
Or that.
No, not
We
at
do
all.
not.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for the Big Five.
Yes, we don't endorse putting them in the glove compartment. We
But we
endorse
endorse
throwing them
them.
right at the car.
More 97.3 The Fan, Gwynn and Chris next.
Every group chat has that sports convo. We just do it on the air. Catch us.
into the happy hour. Right, Scrab? Happy hour, is this it?
That's right.
All right, we got Padre baseball. Who's doing pregame? Do we summon Sammy back to work, or are
Sam
we
is actually going to do his job, yes.
Can get a day off.
No.
Boy, you're tough.
No, he gets I don't know, 4 months off from November through February.
Oh, so you think that from February to November, then you're cracking the whip?
Yeah.
Sammy Levitt will be back on the pregame. Braden got a 1-day trial and he wasted it away in a
he lost
2-1
the game.
loss.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Couple of quick scores. Knicks, after trailing early, lead at Philadelphia 44-40. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Knicks trying to go up 3-0. Embiid is playing. Anunoby is not for New York. NHL, we still have 2-0 Montreal over Buffalo in the first intermission. Sabres won the first game. This is game 2. Last night, I was at Petco. A couple of things. Number one, from what I saw, the fans that I saw were behaved. They took their bobblehead. They went on, and thank you. I didn't see any fighting and stupid stuff. We did see a few people walk out with like a bag of bobbleheads. Like, I don't know how you get 12 of them, but there's always going to be a few. But for the most part, everybody was happy to have their bobblehead. Would have been happier to actually see Mason Miller pitch in the game, but he did not because the Padres were losing, and they end up losing 2-1. A few things. One, I thought about going, well, this is what you get. You put Nick Castellanos in right field.
I honestly, when I saw that, I was like, this is going to be a segment.
Yeah.
It has to be a segment.
I know. It's almost too low-hanging fruit. The problem with it is we know, and Craig Stammen knows, it's not like they're disagreeing with you or me or us. The Padres know if they're going to put Fernando at second base and Castellanos in right field, it's not going to be as good. They just know that. But they're willing to make the deal because they want to get the Castellanos bat in. Now, my question would be, is it, he's been hitting okay lately. He had been 6 for 20 with 6 RBIs in the last week or so. So if that's the case, that Castellanos producing and getting some key hits against a left-hander like there was last night, he should be in the lineup, and he was. I always prefer to have him as DH, but, you've got other injuries and other considerations right now. So to me, it was like, hey, we know Castellanos has to be in right field. We're going to have to take our lumps. If a ball's hit like 1 inch out of his reach and we lose the game, that's just kind of so be it. But it's not Castellanos' fault. He gave it a pretty good effort. Tony said he should have pulled back and just let the ball fall rather than diving for it because that might have kept the runner at third. I don't think it would have kept the runner from scoring, though. There were no outs, and I'm pretty sure that run would have come home. Either way, that was the difference. That, and, nobody's saying a lot, but Xander can't get picked off in the first inning.
No.
I mean, you got first and third, 2 out. You need another. You got to score there again. Xander fell asleep. He did.
I feel like players sometimes you can give them I have a equity in my head. Like Xander's done so much this year. That
so
one thing I'm not going to get mad at.
It's okay. Well, I would get mad at that because it contributed to the loss of a game. It just did. But mostly what contributed to the loss of the game last night is they can't hit. They got 2 hits in the first inning. Fernando hit a missile. 150 miles an hour, but he put topspin on it instead of getting underneath it like he's been doing all year. Then Xander came up with that check swing hit that I was told by Braden went 240-something feet down the line. He didn't even swing the bat. But that gave you a 1-0 lead. Guess what? You had 2 more hits the rest of the night. You're not going to win games. You just aren't. They were all singles, I believe. Let's see. Fernando had 2 singles. One was an infield single. Xander had the check swing single. I'm trying to think of the 4th hit.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I'm not good at the memory game like that.
Yeah, I know. I used to be better at it. Somebody will have it. But anyway, look, you can't get 4 singles and win a major league game very often. And so they didn't. The question is, how many more games like this are we going to have? Okay, first answer is you're going to have some more.
Yes.
Like teams don't just score 7-8 runs every game. It would be nice, but it doesn't work that way. Secondly, though, we can't keep having this many of them and expect to keep the record that we have. And, how many times have I gone through it, Skraby? 231 team batting average, 26th best. 304 on base, 26th best. 381 slug, 19th, and that's a high ranking for this offense. 684 OPS, 26th. 36 home runs, 20th. They're bottom 10 in almost every category. Yet they're 7 games over 500. It doesn't really add up, especially when you consider that the pitching hasn't been incredible.
What were you saying about the? Go
ahead.
I was trying to close the loop on the fourth hit. Who did you say had the hits? Because Anduhar had one hit.
That was the fourth one. Okay, yeah, but it was a single also.
Yeah.
So there was 4 singles. You're not winning any Major League Baseball games, or very few, with 4 singles.
No, you're not.
So that's, to me, ultimately why you lost the game, and it's why they've lost most of their games. Anyway, the question has to be asked to Craig Stammen. He's probably hearing it in different forms every day.
Yes.
But the media's got to ask him, dude, how long? What? How is this? When is this going to end? Are we going to ever break out? What is his thinking about the hitting it is not very good?
Was that
Craig was on with the morning show today. That was my fault. I was supposed to read all this. He was on the morning show, Ben and Woods. It was the management report presented by SDCCU, not Big Bank Banking. It's better. That was on me. This is what he had to say.
Yeah, we just got to keep at it. It's, there's no secret sauce. Otherwise, we'd have figured it out by now, hopefully. You had a crash out after the first Giants game, and us coaches kind of had our, powwows and, hey, we got to figure this out. What can we try differently? And, we're working behind the scenes as much as we can to, change up any little thing that might get them going. But, the players are working hard and they're going to get going. And the good thing about what we've got going on right now is we're able to win some games, and we don't really have any of our big guns firing on all cylinders, outside of maybe Xander Bogaerts. So, that bodes well for the future, get these guys going, get them kind of hot at the same time. And then, maybe we can reel off some games where we score, quite a few runs. But just stick to it. Like you said, long season. There'll be some crash outs along the way, but we just got to manage those and keep at it.
There'll be some crash outs along the way. Made me laugh.
Craig Stammen has been, really done a good job. And honestly, I think a lot of people would have said by May 8th, what are we, 5 weeks into the season, 6 weeks?
Yeah.
A lot of people might have said, I don't know how many people would have bet on the fact that they pretty much feel comfortable with Craig Stammen already.
That's a great point. First off, his personality disarms you because he's a good dude, and you could tell that he's being honest with you, and you could tell that he cares and all of that stuff. We had someone on the chat earlier today, and they're probably joking, but they came in, they said, fire Craig Stammen, we needed Pujols.
Yeah.
And it's like, really? Really? Like, that's what we're doing right now? I don't think he's done enough to warrant a firing topic yet.
And just speaking to what he said, starting in mid-April, the Padres in succession scored 8, 7, 5, 9, 7, 4, 7, 5, got shut out, but then went back 4, 2, 1, 3, 10, 6, 7, 9. Those are some big numbers. And they did it for about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But since then, they're back to 4-2-0, 4-2. They got the 10 against the Giants, and then, 5-1. Offense has been hit and miss.
It really has.
But, overall, it's hard to expect them to keep winning if they're 26th in OPS and, way down in hitting and power and everything. Either that or they're just going to have to keep hitting 900 from the 7th inning on.
That works too. I mean,
yes. Well, they did not do that last night.
They did not.
I think everybody went out in the 7th, 8th, and 9th. They got the one guy, Fernando, and he got thrown out on what was really a bad call.
I want to say, I'm going to caveat this because I wanted to say it earlier, but I didn't get a chance with Tony on the show. But Manny Machado, you always can say, and he's always going to say, look at the back of my baseball card. That is going to be the numbers that I have at the end of the year. And I don't disagree with that at all. What I do think, though, is I really need Manny to be more clutch throughout the year because there are, for a guy who, he gets his numbers, he's also the leader of the team. He's being paid the most. He needs to come through in some of these situations. And I know that baseball is a difficult game and it's based on failure. But still, you would think the highest paid player on your team is going to come through in a situation that you really, really need him to, like, the end of the game.
Do you have any statistics to back you up, or are you just kind of throwing that out there?
This is a feeling, but I can go get some statistics to see.
I think you should. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't know that you're right.
You can say that. That's fine. I agree with that.
Because we all have little feelings. We're like, God, this guy never does this. And then we look it up, and he actually does it quite often.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm just asking, is Manny a clutch hitter or not? Or, does he have those numbers to support what you're saying or not? There's a couple of things.
Well, here we go. For this year,
go ahead.
Runners in scoring position, I would say that's a clutch situation.
Of course.
He's 26 at bats. He's batting 192.
Okay. With all due respect, his overall average is 202, so it's not much different.
Okay, that's interesting,
right?
Yes,
I'm just
interesting.
Like if he was hitting 370, but he's hitting 192 with runners in scoring position, you might get my support.
Here's
but he's hitting about the same in both situations.
Late and close, his batting average is 188. His OPS is 451. If it's a tie game, his batting average is 098. His OPS is 450.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad.
2 outs with runners in scoring position works for him. 333, 1.389.
Manny's hitting stats are bad, but they are just in general too. It's hitting 202. It's got a 668 OPS. That's 200 points or 160 points lower than his career. He's down. Fernando Tatis Jr. is so low, we don't think we can even see him anymore. But I was looking at this today. I don't know if it makes me feel any better or not, but Fernando has a higher OPS than the likes of Bo Bichette, Devers, Ketel Marte, who was, I think, second in the MVP last year or third.
Yeah, he was up there.
Cal Raleigh, one of the best
big
seasons in history last year. So, yes, it stinks for Fernando, but he's has some company. He's not the only guy in the history, in baseball that's slumped this year.
You're right about
and
that.
I would say, do you think the Diamondbacks are ready to just cash it in this year on Ketel Marte?
No.
Right, I don't either. So I don't think the Mariners are ready to pack it in with Cal Raleigh.
See, that's not even an option in my head.
Yes, I know it's not, but we're feeling down and out about the fact that, Fernando just isn't going to get it going. And, oh, my goodness, when is it? Come on.
He
does.
You said this yesterday. You felt like he was going to hit it. It's going to happen soon. It's going to happen soon.
He does lead baseball in at-bats without a home run.
That is crazy.
He's got 135 at-bats.
Miguel Andujar doesn't even qualify yet because...
Yeah, the qualification is weird.
But at this point in the season, all of them have very few at-bats. If he qualifies, he's the number one in batting average.
If anybody's wondering how that all goes, the old-time baseball rule figured out that you need exactly 3.1 at-bats per game. Plate appearances per game, not at-bats, plate appearances. So conceivably, if you walked 4 times every game and had no at-bats, you could be qualified for the batting title.
That is hilarious.
You have to have over 3.1. So in 36 games, is that where they are right now? 37 games?
Yeah.
Okay. So times 37 times. I don't know how they arrived at 3.1, frankly. I wasn't in the meeting that day. When having a double day and, whatever they came up with.
It's a strange number.
It is strange. But so 37 times 3 going to get you about 11, I think. So
20.
I think it's 111. I'm going off the top of my head, which is not fair.
What was the math?
37 times 3.
37 times
yes,
3.
111. I just added it up. You don't have to.
Okay, there we go.
111, and then the 0.1 gives you another, 4 at bats. So anything, 115 plate appearances by now. Fernando's well over that.
Yes.
So he qualifies.
He does.
He and Mike Yastrzemski are the 2 worst power hitters in the league as of today.
As we expected.
No, we did not expect that at all, frankly. All right. They do have something in common, the 2 of them. Fernando, do you know what it is? No.
Yes.
You do?
Fernando's dad played Major League Baseball, and Mike Yastrzemski's grandpa played Major League Baseball.
That's his one thing they have in common. Fernando finished 8th in the MVP balloting last year. Mike Yastrzemski finished 8th in the MVP balloting in 2020. Both have been that good at their jobs.
That is wild to me.
They are
Mike
not.
Yastrzemski's 8th.
That was the COVID year.
Yeah.
So that may have something to do with it. But yeah, both guys have been really good players, and they're not right now. More Gwynn and Chris coming up. Our visit with Miguel Anduhar will close out our Friday get together.
It's never been
Closing in on Sam Levitt and the Padre pregame show tonight from Petco Park. Padres Cardinals game is on Apple TV tonight, so either get that or stay here. We'll have the game, of course, on 97.3 The Fan. Jesse, Tony, and if you do have Apple TV, don't forget when you go to watch the game, you can choose the option to have your hometown radio call.
And I suggest you do.
Of course, yeah. You get to watch and listen to Jesse and Tony. Get the best of both worlds if you do have Apple TV tonight. Tomorrow's game will be on Fox.
Rod also says you can also go to the game, but I would assume that tickets are not available. I mean, tickets are hard to get.
Harder to get at this point. Yeah, you're right. Tomorrow game's on Fox. Sunday, you get back to a regular old Padres Don and Mud TV. 4-game series. Next week, if you're looking, Padres have Milwaukee, Seattle on the road. And then a week from Monday. It's not far enough to where we can't start mentioning it.
Dun, dun, dun.
May 18th, Dodgers coming in.
10.
For the first time.
Oh, Andy told me that you can also sync with Fox, the radio. I did not know that. That is a good.
Well, you can sync with anything, right? You pause.
Andy, is this on the app that you're syncing?
What I'm saying is, on Apple TV, you can choose that selection, and you get their play-by-play with the game. I think what Andy's saying there is that if you just pause your TV for a second or whatever you do,
I'm hoping Andy
you can
responds.
catch up to the radio.
When
call.
we told people to do that a couple of years ago, I learned that I'm not a customer service agent.
It's harder
because I got really
it's a little hard
stressful.
It's a little hard to do because the radio signal is ahead of the TV signal. Okay.
Oh, on the MLB app, I see. Okay.
So anyway, best of luck to everybody trying to sync it all up. One way or another, let's all enjoy the games. We'll hear from Miguel Andujar. We better hear from him now. We don't have a lot of time left. Tony and I visited with him earlier, a Friar Friday interview. Little known factoid, in 2018, when Shohei Ohtani was named the American League Rookie of the Year, the player that kept him from being a unanimous winner of that award was second place finisher Miguel Andujar. Here he is after, we don't need traffic. Here he is. Did you ever dream you did have a career, going 10 years in the major leagues, and sounds like you do really appreciate what you've been able to accomplish?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy, to be in the B, like enjoy my time here, do the best I can for the team,
Miggy, what have you learned? I mean, you came up to the big leagues as a New York Yankee. In your first year, you finished second in Rookie of the Year behind Shohei Ohtani. And then you had to deal with some injuries thereafter. But you've been able to finally get healthy and been very productive over the last couple of years. What did you learn in that stint where you were kind of battling injury to try to get back on the field?
I mean, it was a little tough, but at the end of the day, I never, lose my focus, keep working hard and then try to do the best I can, control what I can control. It is, like do the best I can, like in the field, in the weight room, and that type of thing hurt me to be right here right now.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. I'll tell you that, Miguel. I hope you're enjoying San Diego as much. Tell us a little bit about how you ended up with San Diego. They talked to you, you called them, your agents, etc. What did you like about the Padres when you knew that was a possibility for you?
I mean, when they called my agent and then they talk, I say, whoa, that's amazing, because I came here, I was like, as a visiting, like beautiful city, the fans, like everything was fun. I say, oh my God, they call me, they want me. I say, you know what, like talk to Hank, and then I want to play with this team. I want to do the best I can with that.
And so, Mickey, you get to spring training, and you're into the likes of Manny and Toddy. I mean, what did you learn quickly as you got to spring training on the type of players or the type of roster that this team had?
I mean, when I'm signing, Tati texts me and say, oh, welcome to the team. When I go to spring training and see those guys, was amazing, was play around the Bogey, Tati, Jason, for me, it's a pleasure, be with around those teams, contribute with those guys. So that's amazing to be here, man.
Miguel Anduhar is with us from the Padres, big part of the season-strong start. For those who don't recall, I mean, I do, really, started your career mostly at third base with the Yankees. And then, as Tony said, you've had to go through so many ups and downs with the injuries. But you can still play some third base. Have you taught Manny anything since you've been here? Because he needs a little help down there.
When I play with the Yankees, like you say, I watch a lot of videos from him because he's for me, he's one of the best. The way he made the play, it's awesome, man. When I watch, like, as a visitor, it was, oh, my God. But now when I see, like, in person now, in the same team, I see that's a natural play for him,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's certainly one of the best. Miguel Anduhar joins us here on Friar Friday. And Miguel, you've had to learn to play a little first base. That's a position that people may look at and think is easy, but it takes some work to learn how to play some first base. How have you adjusted to the opportunities you've had there to play first base?
I mean, yeah, like you say, the people think it's easy, but I think here every position has to do your job, but I'm here for whatever the team need me, whatever, third, outfield, whatever, I want to contribute the best I can for help the team, win games, that's my goal. If I'm here in the dugout, whatever, I want to do the best, like help the guy, hey, let's go, because that's what I want, help the team to win games.
The pride of the Dominican Republic, Miguel Anduhar is our guest here on Friar Friday. Miguel, I just want to ask you, you're DHing tonight. You've done a lot of DHing so far this season. What do you do between at-bats? Give the fans a little idea. You obviously don't get to go run out in the field. Do you like to take a lot of hitting? Do you like to relax? I mean, between at-bats, it can sometimes be quite a while.
I mean, I watch the videos sometimes on the iPad, when I go to the cage, but I don't do a lot of swings. I don't really, do a lot of swings. I want the energy for when I go to take my bat, because that's the most important thing. I work before, like my routine and stuff like that, but during the game, I don't really do a lot of swing.
Miguel, obviously you've been one of the most consistent hitters on this ball club this year. What do you attribute to the quick start, the fast start that you had this season? You got out the gates well from the very beginning.
I mean, it's too early. I think it's too early. A lot of baseball is still, but, try to be more consistent. That's the key for me. When, keep working, watch more video, be more focused at the play, on the game, watch a lot of game. I watch the game, because sometimes the game tell you, what's going to happen. And, I know hitting is hard, but if you like be in the game, you can get like some good thing for get it more easy.
Miguel Anduhar, it's been a pleasure having you on. I love your refreshing attitude, and you can tell just talking to you how happy you are to be in San Diego and playing baseball. One last thing, growing up on the island in Dominican Republic, I know everybody plays baseball. Was it that simple for you to just as a little kid to be interested in baseball right away? And what do you remember, growing up, thinking in terms of how could you ever really make it to the major leagues from there to here?
I mean, it was good. I remember like my dad told me like, hey, you have to go to the school or you want to play baseball. And I say, you know what? I go both. Because he say me, I need to go to the school. Yeah. And then play. Well, I say, I go to both because I like baseball. I love baseball since I started playing like 6 years old, in the street in Dominican. So, and, thank God I got the opportunity to signing and then now here in the beach. So it's amazing, it's a blessing for me.
Well, I think we're the lucky ones. We're glad to have you in San Diego. Wish you the very best tonight. Look forward to getting down there and shaking your hand, sir. But appreciate the time. And thanks for being on Friar Friday today. And hopefully we'll catch up with you again.
All right. Thank you, guys, for the opportunity.
I like guys that thank us for the opportunity. I think that's a very classy way to end the interview. Miguel Anduhar, the pride of the Dominican Republic, and hitting 305. leading the Padres in that category. He'll be in the 6th spot tonight in the batting order.
I would like to point something out before we move on, and I pointed this out to you earlier, but if for everybody who thinks Fernando Tatis Jr. is a bad teammate, Miguel Andujar just told us the first person to text him when he signed with the Padres was Fernando saying, welcome to the team.
Well, Fernando was just happy because he needed a loan and was a friend of his from the DR. No, I'm agreeing with you. That was a nice touch by Fernando. Let's see. That was on the SDCCU fan hotline, of course.
Yes, it was.
It's not big bank banking. It's better. We have a couple of minutes left in today's happy hour. Oh, by the way, did I mention the happy hour? I was brought to you by our friends at GL Pools, the company trusted by thousands of us here in San Diego. Thousands, I tell you.
Thousands.
We'll keep their pools sparkling. I like a sparkling pool when I dive in. Swim ready, expertly maintained. Call GL Pools now and say radio for a free month of service. It's one of life's little joys. You know, nice kind of hot, sticky summer day. You got a pool and it's sparkling. Like the GL Pool guy just left. You know what I mean? Everything is just pristine. That's a moment. I like that.
Yeah.
A couple of scores. Knicks were down 8 early. Now they're up 12 on the Sixers, but I'm sorry, they were up 8. All right, let me do it again. Knicks were down 8 early. They were up 8 at halftime. Now they're into the third quarter. Knicks 63, Sixers 57. Okay, Sixers have to win here. They go down 3-0. Montreal putting it on Buffalo in the hockey, 3-0 Habs. Short for Habitants.
You do like to say
I
Habs
love that.
all the time.
The Habs. They lead 3-0 in the second over the Sabres. All right, we got our hit to pick, our pick to hit, and we honestly, never mind picking a streak of who's going to get a hit. We just got to get a streak of actually making the pick.
Yeah, I'm going to do a better job of trying to remember this, but I am on a 2-game hit streak.
You're on a 2-game hit streak. I did not get the last one I did because it was a Giant game, and I picked Luis Ariz, and he wasn't even playing.
Yeah.
Like, dumbest pick ever.
I will say, going forward, if that is the case, you do not lose your streak.
Well, but I didn't have a streak.
I know,
so
but I'm saying I'm setting precedent.
I think if I'm that stupid, then my streak should end. I mean, I should at least pick somebody who's in the game. All right, so I'll start tonight.
Fair enough.
I'll start tonight. I feel like I've been jinxing guys, but I'm going to say Miguel Anduhar. He was really fun, nice interview. I'm rooting extra for him tonight to get a hit and start me a new streak.
I'm going to go with a guy you told me to pick up in fantasy baseball who is hitting the cover off the ball, Jordan Walker.
Jordan Walker's had a year. He had 2 doubles last night, and he's figured it out. As I told Heidi Watney yesterday, it's all because I finally gave up on the guy.
Yeah, you've got him off your fantasy team.
The last 2 years I've sat with this guy, and he has been terrible. Like, why would I even have him on the roster? Terrible.
Not anymore.
Finally, this year, I'm like, I can't just carry him anymore.
It is weird that he is 23, just like JJ Weatherholt. Because
that is true.
He feels like he's been in the league for 7 years.
It doesn't even feel like it. He has been in the league 7 years. All right. The young Cardinals, we keep talking about the Padres and, we're upset. And it's fair. We're upset. The Cardinals are easily the most surprising team in baseball, even more so than the first place Athletics in the AL, because the Cardinals have a better record than they do.
Yeah, I agree.
I would say the Rays have to be in that category, but the Cardinals were not supposed to be good this year.
No, they were not.
Last 3 series, they beat the Dodgers, beat the Brewers, and now they're up on the Padres. We'll see if the Friars can get even tonight. Sam Levitt pregame. Have a good weekend, everyone. Ta-ta.
Bye.